Hello, everybody. Hopefully you can hear us. Please let us know in the chat. Hello, Slivers. I know you will tell us if you can hear us.
All the good things. So hopefully you're only hearing me once.
Yes, let us know if Suzanne's being double.
Fingers crossed.
We're working through some audio things, so if you hear her twice, let me know, and I will try my best. Twice on Suzanne. That's what I thought.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Okay, what about now?
Okay, now I'm talking again.
So I heard it once, so I'm hoping this works. But, okay, perfect. So I will have to go in and mess around with settings when we switch scenes. Thank you, Slivers. You're
Okay,
the bestest.
Well, awesome. And Nikki, can you say hi?
Yes.
Hello, everyone. I'm here as well.
Awesome. Can you hear Nikki okay?
I love that.
Let us know, because we
Sorta.
want
Talking
you
some
to
more.
hear Nikki.
There we go. Well, yes. What?
Talking some more so that
Slivers
people
is
can hear
helping
me,
us out.
perhaps. Yes. Yay.
All right. Good job, Mandi. You did it. You're a champ. You're
Temporarily.
amazing.
Don't get too ahead of ourselves. We got the next scene to do.
Well, welcome everybody. Mandi, it's been so long since you and I have streamed together. Oh my gosh, I've missed you so much.
I know, it's been forever. Slivers in the chat, we've streamed together. We did Phasmophobia, so, I mean, this is like, I love this whole coming together thing. But yes, we have not streamed in quite some time.
But if we're going to pick a game to stream, wow, we've got a good one today. And I'm super excited about this. I've been watching it rocket away on Kickstarter, and I'm just super excited to get to kind of demo and do a little run through of some of it.
Right.
Today, Artisans of Splendent Vale.
Vale, Vale, Vale.
Yes, nice. Designed by Nikki Valens and published by Renegade Games. Currently on Kickstarter in its last 48. In fact, it's not official, but I'm just in my heart, I'm calling this kind of like a celebratory kickoff to the final 48 hours of the Kickstarter campaign.
Yes, exactly. I know I'm very excited.
Because the timing
looks so
just
good.
happened to work out well. So Nikki has been kind enough to join us. We are going to play on Tabletop Simulator, and Mandi nor I have read the rules or had a chance to preview it before this. So Nikki, you're gonna handhold us through this, right?
That is right. I'm gonna teach you as we are going. It should go pretty smoothly, I'm hoping here. So it's not too complex.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm stoked. And even if it doesn't, we'll still have fun. We're going to do our best. If you have questions about the game, about the Kickstarter, or anything like that, feel free to drop them in chat. And anything else that we should talk about before we just jump in, Mandi or Nikki?
No, I mean, I don't have anything. Nikki, do you have anything you want to add?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Well,
let's do this. I'm so excited.
You're all going to have Suzanne twice again, so just one sec here.
I'll just be quiet.
Actually, keep talking.
Oh, okay.
That's good. You're good. So now we're going to hopefully that did it.
Okay.
All right, I think
hopefully
you're good.
Hopefully it's a swear.
Oh, Otter's in the chat. Hello, it's been forever.
Hello, Otter Pyro. Oh my gosh. So the first thing, Nikki, the art in this game is so delightful. It just makes my heart sing.
Yeah, we wanted to bring a lot of color and personality from just the art alone. And I think it matches the aesthetic and kind of the whole general vibe of the game and the story. So I'm glad that people are enjoying the art.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, because it's amazing.
I didn't know anything about the game. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I want it. And then I was like, okay, this game looks cool.
So I believe I'm going to be playing Soraya Janelle.
Mm-hmm.
Which I believe is
the red character.
Yeah,
she's amazing. Look how I aspire to those muscles.
Very swole.
Very swole. And then Mandi, you are playing.
Oh, let's swing over. Is it Javi?
That is correct.
All right.
There's Javi.
And Nikki, who are you playing?
I'm gonna play today as Farah, who is this one up here with the green.
Very nice.
Excellent.
We will, for this game, not be playing with Harinya. It's just gonna be the three of us. So our fourth character, Harinya over there, we're just gonna not play with her. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hey, David. Thanks for popping in.
Hey, David.
And is it C-D? Love the character art. So there you go. Some nice
Yeah,
words there.
it's so good.
Okay. So what we're
All
doing.
right. All right, let's get into it. So let's talk a little bit about these characters that we are playing as. For each of us, I have sort of the little first few pages that would be in the character's book here in Tabletop Simulator, which will also include their sort of their character bio. Here, I can flip through to the first like bio page of each of these.
Okay. Right now I've closed up on yours. So just so you
On
all know,
Sarah,
I'm
yeah.
controlling it, and everyone knows how terrible I am at using Tabletop Simulator. So apologies in advance.
All right. So here, why don't I introduce my character first? So I'm playing as Farah Izdahar Sharik. Pronouns are Zizer. So my bio says, call me Farah Zizer. Full name, Farah Izdahar Sharik. My service is tailoring all manner of attire for my clients. Not mere clothes, mind you. I weave magic into my creations. A spell to protect from the harsh sun, an enchantment that eschews the evening rain, a charm that causes light to play off the fabric in dazzling colors, etc. I have always had a natural affinity for plants. They speak to me in a way, and I to them. My garden has quite taken over my apartment. I doubt I'll be getting my deposit back, given the quantity of vines that have taken root in the walls. I encourage them to grow outside, but they seem to prefer being near me. I believe a healthy body contributes to a healthy mind, though, regardless of my belief, living on the 10th floor of a 12-story building will keep anyone in shape. Our adventures together provide me with a bounty of materials and inspirations. Fashion is cyclical, and seeing what came before helps me keep with the times. Not to mention, hiking through the Vale is a great workout.
Okay.
Very
nice.
So that's me. Would one of you like to introduce your character?
Sure. Why don't you go, Suzanne? I'll just scooch on down to your page so people can read along if they would like.
Okay. I pressed the wrong hotkey. Okay. My name is Soraya Janelle. My pronouns are she, her. And I love that the blood type is in here, Nikki. I don't know if that comes into play, but I think that's amazing.
I put some little extra factoids in each of the character
Love
books. You may have noticed that they're actually different for each of the
Oh, I love it.
characters. So different characters are interested in different types of things.
I love it.
And apparently I'm interested in my blood type, which is funny because I have no idea what my blood type is in real life. And my fears are failure, which hard relate, Soraya. So my bio, I am Soraya Janelle, she, her. As a mason, like my mother before me, my duty is to my community and to the maintenance of our city's architecture. The runes I carve empower everything from heated cobblestones to security constructs. Coming from a proud line of masons and having proven my skill, I have garnered a good reputation for myself, though many believe my blindness holds me back. I continue to work hard to serve my community regardless. I have another talent behind my aptitude for hammer and chisel. I can sense the feelings and will of objects I touch and their creators. It is my belief that all objects harbor a will of their own. Even books transcribed by bored scriveners whose hands were cramping can speak volumes if we listen carefully. Through tremors and vibrations, I'm able to map the world around me. This is especially useful on adventures with my friends when I would rather not fall into some deep chasm. We adventure to reclaim knowledge, materials, and arts of our community that were lost in the wake of meteor showers. My friends are very dear to me, and I watch out for them on our outings. Someone has to keep them safe from trouble.
All right. There we go. Let's do that. Okay, now we'll scoochy over here. I apologize. Let's get nice and close. And here we are. So, I am Javi Ferreira. My pronouns are he, him. I am age 27. I'm spry and young. This is great. Hobbies are not like real life, everybody. Hobbies are reading and tinkering. What? This is like me. goals, creating better prosthetics for those who need them. Yes, I'm loving this. I am Javi for he, him, and art. I can never say this word. Art. Art. I have a really hard time with this word.
Artificer.
Thank you. It's like I can't get my tongue wrapped around it. Artifice devices require the material from meteors to function. The meteor showers are essential to our way of life, but they can also bring devastation. An unexpected shower destroyed the apartment where I lived with my sister. My arm was crushed in the impact, but Adriana's fate was worse. The physicians did all they could, but in an instant, I lost both my arm and the only family I had left. My only escape from grief was to bury myself in books. It was at the library that I first met my partner, Ignacio. With his support, I began to find my way forward. My studies shifted from robotics to prosthetics, not only to enrich my own life, but to make things easier for others too. The meteor impact had had another lasting effect. Ever since, I've experienced memories of some objects or people I touch. The more traumatic memories come in overwhelming flashes. Seeking to help others, I adventure with my close friends. It is necessary to acquire the resources to build prosthetics and other artifice aids that I hope will allow them to not only survive, but to thrive. It's no small benefit that I uncover some incredible books along the way. Yeah.
Hey, Mandy, a couple people in chat are saying that maybe your audio is a little quiet.
Okay, let's turn it up. I usually crank it down because everyone's like, it's too loud. How's it now, everybody? Okay, they can let me know in the chat if it's good. Okay.
All right. So those are our characters introducing themselves. Something else that this book or that this game includes is the characters actually can introduce each other as well. So I'm just going to flip through a couple of the next pages here. You can see like, here's some information about Harinya, but from the perspective of Javi, as well as Soraya and Farah. So there's lots to learn about each of the characters, even from the other characters being played. I don't think we need to read through all of these right now, though, but something to keep in mind for when people get to play this on their own, that you might know some fun things about, your relationship with these other characters that you want to share with them as you're playing the game or at the beginning of the campaign, just to help foster that sense of friendship and kind of community that comes with this game.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So there is also some character-specific setup in the start of each of these books, but I've already done that for us here in Tabletop Simulator.
Bless you.
I know,
Thank you.
So I'm actually just going to kind of stack these books off to the side so they're not in our way anymore.
Okay.
That specific starting instructions for each of our characters, Soraya has her mother's hammer and the sigiled shield here. So you can take a look at those real quick.
Heck yeah.
Javi, you will notice that you have a telekinesis ability.
Actually, it's blank.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's blank for me.
Yeah, that feels like a TTS little
That's a
hiccup.
TTS thing.
Okay.
Here,
Yeah.
let me reload the scene.
Okay.
And
technologies, everybody. We all know how that goes. And thank you, Eclectic Camel, aka David, for subscribing. Very much appreciated.
All right, we're going to get a bunch of white squares, and then they should all become actual objects.
Yeah, it's taken a minute. So now it looks like I have... Am I supposed to have cards?
Javi doesn't actually start with any additional cards.
Okay.
Same with it does.
Perfect.
But something you'll notice on your character sheet here, there's telekinesis as well as augmented strength, which are some unique abilities to you.
Nice.
Cool.
These other abilities here, move, punch, ready, and defend. Each of those are basic actions that are available to all of us.
Understood.
And then for Farah, we actually have this long staff, which is a unique item, and the warm-up ability as well. So each have a couple of unique things to us, as well as kind of setting up the beginning of our crafting, but we'll get into crafting later when it's more relevant to us.
Okay. What's how do you close up in TTS? Yes, everybody. I'm very
Alt.
bad at it. Alt.
Alt.
Thank
If
you.
you
I
hold
almost pressed
Alt,
space bar.
Yeah, that's
Tabletopia.
Tabletopia.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you.
spacebar will actually reset your camera view to the whole table if you wanted it.
Oh, okay, good to know. So there you go. Alt. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that's our character-specific setup. So I think we can just hop right into this game now. So
Awesome.
let's have each of us turn to entry number 1 in our character books.
Ooh.
Okay, those are
Which
the ones
for
not on this.
most of us are going to be off camera.
Okay,
Yes,
well, hold on.
mine
I
and
gotta do...
Suzanne's will be off camera.
So entry number 1, correct, Nikki?
That is correct.
Okay.
It starts with, the sun is only just beginning to break up the
Yes.
morning fog.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be a doozy. Sorry,
Oh,
everybody.
you have gone too far.
Yeah, my mouse is extremely touchy. Darn gaming mouse. What
I'm
page
glad
is
that
Mm.
it is page 10.
Thank you. Make my job easier. There we go. Hopefully that's the right page.
Yeah. Hamtaro's enjoying the stream as well, so that's good.
Yay! And thanks, David,
All
for
right.
putting the link to the Kickstarter in the chat. Much appreciated.
So some of this text is going to appear in all of our books, but some of it is character specific. So I'll just start reading here. The sun is only just beginning to break up the morning fog on the bay when we set off into the heart of the Vale. The destination for today's adventure is the ruins of the Karimi Library. The meteor shower that forced the building to be abandoned apparently left the ruins mostly intact. Others have probed the area in the past, but we're quite sure there's still more to be reclaimed here. So you'll notice on Mandy's book there's an icon of a hammer, and it says Soraya interjects. That's also what I see. However, Suzanne, who is playing Soraya, has some extra text there.
I
What does
sure
it say?
do. So, the library is named after philosopher Karimi, I explain as we hike. Known as the patron philosopher, Karimi funded many institutions of learning and craft. I'm sure the architects spared no expense. I can feel my hand tremble with excitement as I imagine the marvelous masonry we'll find there.
Awesome. Would you like to continue reading as well?
Sure. The journey is time consuming, but not particularly difficult. We follow along the Crimson River until the sun has risen high in the sky. We come to a steep cliff where the river cascades from above and shimmering colors play in the misty air. At the top of the winding path, we see the stone brick turrets of the library.
All right, so Harinya would have something to say if anyone was playing Harinya. In this case, there's not, so we'll just continue on.
Oops.
As we crest the top of the rise and approach the library's courtyard, we see a group of rough-looking fellows gathered in front of the building, prodding at the door and windows. Do we have company for today's adventure, we wonder to ourselves? And then my far specific text here. As we get a bit closer, I take note of their clothing. Their styles aren't common in the Vale, I point out. They remind me more of styles I've seen from across the sea. Possible they're not from the Vale. We come into earshot and hear them discussing the best way to break into the building. The door won't budge. We'll have to knock it down, says a stout burly man. Don't be stupid, retorts a slender fellow with curved horns. It'd be far easier to boost each other through a window. A tall, roguish woman with sharp features notices our approach and points the curved blade of her polearm in our direction. Look sharp, she calls out. We have friends. Her lips curl into a sinister smirk as she pronounces the last word. What do you got for us, Javi?
Oh, it is I. Energy prickles through my prosthetic as my heartbeat quickens. Something tells me this isn't going to be a peaceful encounter. I flex my artifice fingers, making sure they're ready for conflict. The strangers draw sabers and crossbows. The woman with the pole arm, presumably their leader, calls out to us. You'll have to find another tomb to rob. This one is ours.
Dun dun dun.
All right, so here it says, record on our adventure log under the current day that bandits were trying to break into the Karimi Library. So I'm just going to very quickly hop over to Tabletop and put this in. You don't need to record this part.
Okay.
Bandits
Oh, I see. Okay.
trying to.
You all will see this momentarily. It's just easier than switching back and forth. And thanks for joining us, Beth. Good to see you in the chat. What is Beth saying? I'm going to always pronounce friends with a sinister smirk from now on.
Good. Perfect. That's the only way to do it.
That's very Beth.
All right. So, how will we respond to this stranger's threat? So, we have to choose one of the options available to us.
Mhm.
You'll note that each of these has one of our character icons next to it.
Nice.
And in fact, you can only like really see one of them. The other three are kind of sort of grayed out.
Right.
So, for instance, the top one has my thread and needle there as a option for me to say, "That's no tomb." Harina is not with us, of course. Javi, you have an option there as well. What's yours say?
It says, it's not a tomb, it's a library. And then I would read passage 276.
Okay. And then
Ah.
there is Soraya's. What is Soraya's option
It's
here?
not yours to take.
Okay. So these are our three options that we can choose.
Okay.
What do the two of you think we should do? How should we respond?
I like that's no tomb. But that's
Yeah, I mean, see, this is, yeah, I love games like this with the branching narratives, but then I get stressed out about like, oh, I want to pick all the options.
Right. And chat's there too. Chat, if you have opinions, let us know. We're open to hearing it as well.
Oh, that is an excellent point.
Yeah.
I am leaning with Javi, and I would say that Farah's response, I mean, of course, Soraya is ready to throw down, but I'm leaning to go with Farah's approach. Yeah, that's no tomb.
Sure.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, I can do that.
Generally out there. So should I switch back to the other scene?
You can actually stay right there for just
Okay,
a second.
Sure.
So my option here is "That's no tomb," and it says I read 127. So that's an entry that's available in my book only. So
Okay.
I'll just
cool.
hop
Got
over
it.
there and read that real quick. I sigh. That is no tomb, and is certainly not yours to ransack. The woman narrows her eyes at me, but doesn't immediately respond, so I continue. This place is a part of our history, and we kindly ask you to leave peacefully. A few of the bandits chuckle at this. Their leader smiles and silences them with a wave of a hand. What difference is it to us if it's part of your history? I can hear the sneer in her voice as she continues. Either we loot it or you do. Personally, I prefer the version where we get the treasure. I sigh again, knowing already this won't end well. The difference is that we're not stealing and you are. We are merely reclaiming what our people left behind. I hope they see reason. All of us will read 148.
Oh, so we all have to read 148.
Yeah.
So is this in, I'm assuming this is in my book as well?
Yep, this will be in your book as
Okay,
well. Page 66 if you want to jump straight to
Yes,
it.
thank you. I appreciate that. 66 says bookmark this map. What's the number again?
148. 148
Okay,
is the
it's
entry
just
number.
above it. Yeah, let's just swing up here.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is, just above it. Yeah.
The page numbers will be a little bit different because they're not all the entries are in all the books.
That's perfect.
That's quite enough of that, sneers the woman as she brandishes her fauchard in our direction. The other bandits motion threateningly with their sabers and crossbows. Kill them, their leader mutters with no remorse.
Oh.
Then she brings 2 fingers to her lips and releases a shrill whistle. As the bandits advance on us, we hear the barking of dogs from the woods to the west. So we have only one option here.
Right.
We take the fights to the bandits before the reinforcements arrive. So we're going to play Ruin Raiders on page 2 and 3 of the action scene book.
Ooh.
We can kind of set these character books aside for now.
Okay.
Because we won't need these while we're in the action scene.
Okay.
All right. So we're here again in Tabletop. I'm going to switch us over to the page that it mentioned. Here's page 2 and 3 of the
And I
action
assume
scene book.
in the real game that this is what you just did. Is that an actual like large book?
Right.
Yes, exactly. So this action scene book that we're looking at right here, this in physical space would be a large spiral bound book. Each of these pages is 11 inches by 11 inches. So it's pretty big. It's basically the size of the box. And we've got all of our rules here on the left side, and we have our map that we're going to be playing on the right side.
Okay.
Cool.
So let's figure out how to set up this scene. The first thing that we're going to want to do here is there's some scene-specific setup instructions. So we're going to place some number of ruffians, some number of arbalists, as well as Legia, the raid leader here. Based on the number of players, we're going to be spawning 2 ruffians, but only 1 arbalist. So I'm just going to really quickly search our meeple bag here for the things that we need.
I don't know that I've ever heard the word arbalist
No,
before.
I'm a teacher, and that's
I
a new
gotta
one for me.
admit, that one's new to me.
That is a person wielding a crossbow.
Ah, I like it.
Yeah.
They're not called like a cross-barcher?
That's a pretty good one. I haven't heard that one before.
Matt, don't pressure. Lost my meeples this thing. I literally canceled plans to watch this stream. Love you all, Matt.
Oh.
So we got to make it really good.
Yeah, it better be a good stream then.
Exactly.
All right. So our 2 ruffians that we're placing, they are going to be represented by these sort of red horned human meeples that we have here. This one has a 1 on its foot. If you hold Alt, you can kind of get a close-up of these. So you can see that they actually have different numbers on them.
That look like little dice.
Little dice,
Yeah. So since this is number 1 and it's spawning on the sun symbol, we're going to put it right here on the sun symbol that has a 1 on it. And the other one we'll put here on the sun symbol that has a 2.
Okay, that's pretty subtle. I got it. I like how it just works itself into the art, but when you know what you're looking for, you can see it.
Exactly.
Yeah. We wanted them to be easy enough to see when you're looking for them, but they kind of fade away when you're not.
Right.
All right. Our arbalist is represented by this small human meeple here, and we'll spawn there on the triangle. And Legia is going to be this purple tall human meeple who will spawn there on the crescent moon glyph. We also have our own meeples. I'm just going to pull those up over here for us.
So.
And, Farah,
you fall down.
I've tripped. Our meeples get to spawn on any of these dog print kind of tracks here. So these 4 spaces right there. So Soraya maybe wants to jump up into the
I want to fight.
There. Where would you like to start, Javi?
Maybe somewhere over here.
Okay.
No rhyme or reason.
Here, I'll hang out with you on this side then. All right.
I shall protect you, my friends.
Yes.
Thank you very much. we appreciate that.
Yes, we do.
All right. The next thing that we're going to do in setup over here, we have these 12 dice that are currently not part of the pool. At the start of each scene, we're going to take 8 of those dice, and we're going to give them a roll. Oops. Don't select all of them at once. All right. I'm just going to organize these real quick. So these different sides of the dice are used to perform our actions. So let's talk about actions real quick here. You may remember from your character sheet, and we can go and take a look at your character sheet real quick, that you have access to a number of different actions. You have the move action, for instance, and you'll notice that it has a boot in front of its name. In order to perform a move, you'll have to remove 1 die from the pool with a boot on it. It's as simple as that. So in order to perform a punch, you would remove a POW symbol from the pool. For using telekinesis, it would be a plus icon. The defend can use the shield icon. And you may notice that the ready action has just kind of a icon for a blank die. That means that any die can be removed from the pool in order to perform that action. We may have other actions available to us. For instance, over here, Soraya's hammer has the slam action. It also uses a POW, but it does a little bit more damage than a normal punch. And the shields up action of the sigiled shield also can be used with any die it adds a shield back into the pool, but it also adds a protect for Soraya, so that it'll prevent some extra damage that might come at you.
Okay.
So that's kind of the basis of it. You'll get to perform 2 actions on your turn by just spending these dice out of this dice pool. This is
Okay.
communal, so as some of us are spending dice, it means those dice will no longer be available to the other players, but it should be okay because we're going to add 3 dice to that pool at the start of each of our turns. And if we happen to not have the exact symbols that we need, we can always use that ready action to be able to manipulate the dice there and get what we need. Making sense so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, so far so good.
Okay. If you ever have any questions, just let me know.
And-
Likewise, in chat, if you have questions about a rule that I'm saying, just throw that in there, and hopefully we can see it and answer it. And
I'm mostly making fun of Beth Sobel right now in chat. But I'm sure that they will ask good and insightful questions.
Well, Jim Crimmins
except
is saying
for Beth.
the graphic design is lovely, easy to see and read.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That is what every game designer hopes for.
Exactly.
So what about turn order?
Yeah, I can see where your hand is hovering there, and you've figured it out already. The turn order in each of these scenes is actually determined by the initiative order at the top of the page. So there's some character portraits there, and the order that they are in from left to right is actually the order that we will be resolving our turns. And you may notice, for instance, we have these 2 ruffians in this scene, the horned humans right here, and they have a 1 and a 2 on their portrait in the initiative order, so that we know which one is which and which one will activate when.
So Soraya has to wait so many turns before she can punch somebody.
Because you're strong.
It's true. Not as long as Javi. So we'll
yeah.
I get to go right away in the beginning here, so
way
I'll
down there.
make sure to protect you a bit so that you don't get beat up before you can go. All right. I think we can jump into this, and you can let me know if you have any questions along the way, but I think we can jump right into this and start playing.
I love it.
It's my turn first.
Oh, I do have a question. Sorry, Nikki.
Uh-huh.
There's water and there's bushes, and they got
There is
lines around them. What
Yeah.
does that mean?
All right, so we've got this water here, and we've got these couple of bushes right here that are next to the 2 of us. You'll notice the blue dashed line around them. That indicates that these are difficult terrain. In order to move out of a space of difficult terrain, it costs you 1 extra movement. So
Makes sense.
jumping into a bush or jumping into a pool of water, pretty easy. Getting out of it is the problem.
I want to make an off-color joke so much here, but I will refrain. But
sure Beth will
I'm
beat you to
thinking it, and now some of you are too. I know.
Perfect.
Okay, Nikki, thank you. What's next? So
there's
that was
also-
the difficult terrain.
Yeah, there's also these trees here and these kind of stone columns that are quite taller. This fountain that's in the way here that has a solid white line around it. That indicates that this space is impassable. So we can't go into that space at all.
Got it. Okay.
No, that's good.
Okay. All right.
All
I'm
right,
going to start my
Sarah.
turn. So I'm going to start my turn by rolling 3 dice into the pool. So let's just give each of these a roll. We've got a boot. We've got a shield here. And we've got another POW. All right. So since the 2 of you won't get to go for a little bit, I don't really feel like I want to, just run right up into these enemies and let them beat me up.
Yes.
I think we might wait for them to come to us a little bit.
Okay.
But I do have, with my staff, I have reach, so I can hit things from 2 spaces away. So I think what I might try to do here, I added a boot to the pool at the start of my turn here. So I'm actually going to use my warm-up ability, which is one of Farah's unique abilities, to move 1 space. And since I am now within reach of this horned human here, I'm going to use the thwap action of my staff. So that's going to cost me a POW. And I kind of want to hit this guy kind of hard here. So I'm going to spend one of these pluses as well to boost my action. And boosting is something you can do with any action or reaction. You just spend one extra plus symbol from the die, from the dice pool there. And what it means is whatever the effect of the action, you increase it by 1. It's a numeric effect. And if at any point during that action you would be told to roll dice, you'll get to roll an additional die.
Nice.
So the thwap action is going to do an attack of 2 plus a die, which means it would do 2 damage and potentially crit. But because I've boosted, it's going to be an attack of 3 plus 2 dice.
Oh.
So I'm dealing at least 3 damage, and I'll roll these to figure out if I've crit at all. All right. So in order to crit, it has to be a symbol that's in the cost of the action. The action costs a POW to use. So this boot plus here, that doesn't count. That doesn't do anything. But the wild that I've rolled, this little crystal here, that does count as a crit.
Okay.
So I have managed to do a total of 4 damage to this here ruffian.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
Hello.
These dice were spent, so I'll remove them from the pool. And we can track this ruffian's health using a dial. I'm going to use the sun dial here since it's the space that they start on.
Right.
We'll just take this up to 4.
Got it. Okay, cool.
There is a question in the chat. Jim Crimmins is asking, how long are individual scenes or scenarios to play? Oh, to play.
For 2-player, maybe?
For 2 players or just to play? And is there a setup/save mechanism? So I'm guessing how long to play the scenario. I'm not sure if it's for 2 players.
Got it.
Most of the action scenes are about 45 minutes. There's not a good way to save during the middle of an action scene other than being able to leave your game set up. We don't recommend stopping in the middle of an action scene, but if you are wanting to stop during any of the reading segments, it's pretty easy because you can just bookmark your books and, pack up and pick it up later.
Cool.
Perfect. All right. Very
All
nice.
right. So that was one of my 2 actions. I've, hit that guy in the head with a stick.
You
we've
thwapped them.
I've thwapped them. We've got plenty of boots here, so I'm actually going to spend one of these boots. I'm going to back away from that person now so that maybe they can't get to me.
Yeah, that's smart.
But that's it. So
Nikki, I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
For the combo die that has the boot and the plus symbol, can the plus be applied to the move so you could use that to move in extra space?
That's a great question. So this combo face of the die. Oops, I've accidentally hit the wrong button. How did I do that? Oh, didn't realize you could switch
TTS.
the face of the die that way. That's great. Learning new controls every day. Anyway, yes. So this die counts as both a boot and a plus. So you can use that die as one of those symbols, or if you have a way to use both of those symbols at the same time, for instance, a boosted move action, you get to use both of the symbols with just one die. So that's a way that you can move a little bit quicker without having to spend a whole bunch of dice out of the pool.
Okay, great.
Cool.
All
right. So my turn is done. So we're going to move our initiative marker along the track here. Next would be a canine number 1, but there's no canines here, so we're just going to skip that. Harinia, likewise, doesn't exist yet. So we're going to move on to Legia, our raid leader.
Yep.
She's right there. So in order to see what any of these enemies are going to do, we'll just roll a die. We've rolled a wild here.
Oh my.
And then we get to check their
chart.
their rules here, the little chart.
Nice.
Nice and close
So
here.
That's
wild
convenient.
The wild symbol is down here under pull and blade. So this is the set of actions that she's going to take. We're basically going to look at all of the things that she's going to do and figure out essentially just how can she get the most out of these actions. So the first one, she's going to do an attack, but she's not next to anyone, so she can't really do anything with that. She's going to want to move 2 spaces toward us. So that's pretty easy. We can move her toward us like this. And then she's going to do an attack too, but it has reach.
Uh-oh, Farah.
Ruh-roh.
Or Farah.
I am, in fact, within reach, so she is going to do 2 damage to me.
Yikes.
But
No.
I'm not
Can
really
I
feeling.
like throw myself in front of you?
You can't, but don't worry, not all is lost.
Okay. This is good.
We have a shield over here in the pool, and
Ooh.
you may remember that you have a defend reaction on your sheet. All of us have that. And what that does is it blocks 2 plus die damage on the character sheet portion.
Oh, the
of it.
sheet. Sorry.
There
Yes,
you go.
There it is. Defend.
So I'm going to spend this shield out of the pool. I will block that 2 damage and not take any, so that
Yay.
we can keep our health high here.
Nice. Yes.
All right. So that's everything that she's doing. We'll just move along in the initiative
dog.
order. The next one that's going to be coming up is the Ruffian number 1.
Which
So we'll
is
roll a
this
die.
one. Yep.
Oops.
Yeah, right in the water there. Oh, that's right. You can indicate with tab.
Yeah, it's hard to see with the overhead view. I will try my best.
All right, so they've rolled the combo face of this die. And the boot and the plus are part of this advance action for the Ruffian. So that's what they're going to do. Something of note, if the boot and the plus were split across different actions, they would actually resolve both of those effects.
Oh.
So for some of the enemies, the combo die can be pretty devastating. But in this case, the Ruffian's just going to move 3 and attack 2. So they're going to want to move toward one of us here. We're actually both the same distance away.
Mhm.
So how this Ruffian is going to decide which of us they want to attack is based on the initiative order. Whoever comes next in the initiative is who they want to attack.
Got it. Okay, that makes it
Next in the
really
initiative.
simple. I
Okay.
love that simplicity.
Got
Yeah.
it.
So it's between Farah and Javi here.
Right.
If we just kind of skim along, we'll see that Javi is going to be coming up next. So this Ruffian is going to come after you, Javi.
Uh-oh.
Man.
We're going to move 2 spaces to leave that space of water.
Okay,
And
so
then-
the terrain does apply to the enemies as well.
Okay.
Yes, it
Okay.
does. And then it would like to get within range of you, but it only has 1 movement left, and it cannot get out of this water with only that 1 movement.
Right.
So it does not quite get to you.
Ha ha.
All right. So we'll move right along. Here is
Yes.
Soraya.
Dun dun dun. And while you're
Alright, so this-
gearing up here, thank you for the follow, Dino Corgi and Jim Cribbins. Thank you so much.
Yay. All right, Soraya. So at the start of your turn, you get to roll 3 dice and add those into the pool.
Yes, I do. I'm gonna roll so good. Oh, I'm gonna roll the sack too. I don't want to roll the sack. That would be awkward. I just want to roll the dice. Roll, baby. Hey, oh, a lot of movement.
You got places to be, apparently.
I guess. I don't know. I got. Yeah, the place I gotta be is close enough to smack something.
Yeah. Okay. So if you wanted to run right up into this, you could. You could use a boot to kind of move right up into there, because that's 2 spaces away.
Get up all in
Yeah.
their face. What?
One, right? Because it's 1, 2, right?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay, I want to do that.
All right. So we'll spend
Now,
a boot.
okay, and again, I'm sorry, Nikki, because I'm slow. My brain is Swiss cheese. If I used the boot and the plus, I cannot then apply a plus to my POW, correct?
No, it would have to be part of the same action.
Got it.
Right.
Okay. Just checking. Just checking.
It's a good thought.
Okay. I'm coming for you. There we go. And now I can smack him, right?
Yeah. Which one of these are you thinking about hitting with your hammer?
Okay,
there?
so I'm sorry, I didn't check this. So when Liguria and 3 others so we have to defeat all of them.
Oh yeah, sorry, I should have mentioned that. Our goal for this scene here, it says when Legia and 3 others are defeated, we'll read an entry in our books. Currently, that is all of the things on the board.
Okay.
However, I will also point out that there is some reinforcements rules for us here, and it says at the end of the first round, we'll place an arbalist and 2 gnarling curs.
Oh, gross.
That's not so good. And
That's not so good.
there is a question from Dino
Mhm.
Corgi. Is the TTS build available / going to be available at any point?
Currently unknown. It is not available right now. If a TTS demo will be available in the future is something that we're not sure of yet.
Okay, well, there you go. Thank you.
Okay, so I am going to. So I have slam, right?
Mhm.
So that's better than punch, and I can just use it, correct?
That's right.
All right. So I want to use that, and then can I use the plus as well?
Yeah, you can spend a plus to boost your slam action.
I want to. So team, stick with me here because I want to boost my slam because my slam does 3. What's the 3 plus the die icon mean, Nikki?
So that means attack 3 plus die means this attack will do 3 damage, and you'll roll the die and potentially crit to do a 4th. Something that you may note is that 3 is underlined, and that underline is what indicates what will get increased by a boost. So if you boost it, it'll be 4 plus 2 dice.
Excellent. So here's the question then. Well, more questions. I have to pick my target first, correct?
Correct.
And then can I wait to see what my die result is before I decide to boost?
No, you'll have to decide if you want to boost before you roll the dice.
Boo! All right. Well, I'm a risk averse person and I tend to get crappy rolls. So I'm going to go ahead and boost, but I'm targeting the ruffian that's already damaged. So if I can, I think no matter what, I'm going to banana pants him.
Yeah, you'll take this one down for sure.
Right.
So you're doing at least 4 damage. Why don't
and then
you
I roll
those
up.
2 dice?
I rolled that die.
Whoa. How many dice are we rolling here?
Yeah, you rolled these 2 here.
Okay.
So we've got a boot. That one doesn't count as a crit because you're looking for the POW symbol.
Yeah.
But we have
wild.
a wild. A wild can be anything, so that counts as a crit. So you're doing 5 damage here.
Bam! In your face, ruffian!
Cool. Tick this up. And you'll notice here the ruffian has a toughness of 8. They've sustained 9 damage. So that ruffian is defeated.
Does it blow up? Does it explode in a fiery burst of dust and flame?
We'll say you knocked him out.
Oh, okay. That works too.
So that ruffian was defeated. So we're going to reduce our dial by the ruffian's toughness, which is 8. And you'll notice there's still 1 damage on this dial.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, there's another ruffian right over here, and we're tracking the damage sort of in an abstracted way.
Everybody's tracking. Sorry to interrupt. Crystal Dax has redeemed hydrate, everybody. So everybody, have a little sip of the waters. I apologize for interrupting, and thank you, Crystal, for the subscription and for joining us. It's always wonderful to see you.
Whew, that was good. I was thirsty after that fight.
Okay, sorry, Nikki.
That's a good reminder.
Yeah.
Good reminder to stay hydrated. Thank you. So our damage is tracked a little abstractly because we're tracking it on this dial, but it affects the entire group of ruffians.
Oh, interesting.
So if, for instance, let's say you had run up to the other ruffian, and you had done that same attack, it would have defeated that other ruffian, even though that one hadn't been attacked yet.
Oh.
And so this 1 damage that's kind of rolled over here, that's kind of de facto affecting this other ruffian there for us. We don't have to worry about, doing too much damage or overcommitting our resources because we'll still get some effect out of that.
That is so interesting. Huh. I find that really, really interesting. Also, if I had known that, I may have attacked Ruffian 2. This is not a complaint. This is me learning. Because if I had attacked Ruffian 2, they're next in the turn order, correct? Well, they're the next enemy. Well, they're the next Ruffian in turn order, right?
Yeah, so great observation.
I may have popped them and saved us from that attack, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Which is good. And the chat has said, Suzanne, Jim, excellent smacking, Suzanne.
Thank you, Jim. I've had a lot of practice. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect. All right. So you have done a move and you've done a slam action.
Yep, my 2 actions,
that's your
right?
2 actions for the turn. So we're gonna move on. Next is Legia again.
Ooh, ruh-roh.
Ooh, raid
Okay,
leader
so you
gets
roll a
multiple
die for
activations.
her,
We'll roll a
right?
die. She has rolled a shield.
Ooh, let's see what that's
Ugh.
about. Let's scooch on down here, everybody, so you can see.
Oh, look, we're face to face here.
That's right.
There, yeah.
Right up in each other's business. She's gonna pull and blade yet again. This time though, the first attack, you are within range. So she's gonna do an attack of
Yikes.
1 plus 2 dice,
Uh-oh.
targeting you.
Uh-oh.
So
So I
give those
rolled
2
two
dice to
dice, or
roll.
somebody rolls 2 dice,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
going to roll 2 dice. No!
All right.
No!
So for her to crit, we're looking
Ouch!
for the icons that are in that section,
No!
pull and blade. So that shield counts as a crit. So that's 2 damage to you,
Ooh,
and
burn.
will push you 1 space away.
Oh,
Unfortunately, we don't have any shields over here anymore.
Oh.
I
So
gotta
we're
just
gonna have to
eat
be
it.
careful what we're doing. Yeah, you're gonna have to take that 2 damage
Okay.
there.
Can she push me because Farah's behind me, or no?
Yeah, as long as it's away from where she is. So you
So
can
we
just,
can share spaces.
That was going to be my next question.
we can't share a space,
Okay.
but she can just kind of push you off to the side. Yeah.
Like over there. Okay,
Can you
got
move
it.
through people at all, or no? Just
We can move through each other perfectly fine because we're friends.
right.
You can move through an enemy's space, but their space is considered difficult terrain.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay,
getting
cool.
out of their space is a little difficult. And you also are not allowed to end your movement in their space
Sure.
with
Sure.
a
Yeah.
notable exception.
Oh.
You may notice that Harinya and these Arbalists are quite small
Mm-hmm.
compared to the other meeples.
I'll get up nice and close so everybody
Oh.
can kind of see.
They
that.
are, in fact, have a trait on them that they are small sized. And a small sized unit can, in fact, occupy the space with another unit,
Ah,
as long as, one or both of those units are small, but just 2 at a time.
got it.
So
That makes sense. That's
Yeah.
that's very cool that they're different that way.
yeah. So like Harinya, for instance, would be able to kind of share one of our space to sort of take cover and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. So I got pushed away.
Mm-hmm. And then what she has left on her movement here is moving 2 and attacking 2 with reach. She's already within reach of at least 2 of us, so she doesn't even need to move, but she is just going to attack with.
Is there a
that
reason
reach.
why she wouldn't move though? Because she can. That's enough to get her out of the terrain, correct?
Yeah. It's basically so how the mobs in this the AI units work is almost entirely in the player's hands.
Sure.
The guiding rule that we have for you in order to determine what they do is to say, get the most out of their actions. So if we think that her coming closer, so that if she could attack Javi and she wanted to, she could, we can say that she comes out of that water and toward us. But it's kind of up to the players to just kind of decide what is this person doing? What are they after?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Got it. Okay. Well
So,
then,
yeah, she's gonna come out of the water there. She's gonna attack someone for 2. Between the 2 of us, it'll actually be me because I'm closer in the initiative. So luckily she's
okay.
not ganging up on you there with her 2 attacks. Again, there's no shield, so I will also take 2 damage, but that's
Dope.
fine. And you can just record that on your character sheet there. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. We got to be careful. She is very dangerous, but we can take her out pretty soon here, I'm sure. Next in the initiative order is Arbalist number 1.
Mm.
Let's see what Arbalist number 1 is up to. A boot.
move.
So Arbalist would like to reposition. We're going to move 2 and attack 2 at range 3.
1, 2. At range 3? What the heck,
Yeah.
fire? Oh no!
All right. So Soraya is the nearest here. So let's make an attack at Soraya for 2 plus a die.
I feel like I picked a good spot. Like there's no excitement in my neck of the woods.
Yep, you're pretty safe back there
I
for
think
now.
So yeah, for now, yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that was not a crit.
That's not a crit. So
But I take 2
You'll take
damage.
2. Yeah, we don't have a way to defend that just yet. So you'll take 2.
Zoinks. Got all these boots, but I'm just taking fists.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, that's
Ruffian number 2, hopefully, is not gonna do a whole lot here. Uh-oh.
Oh,
They
no.
might be, though.
Nikki,
So they're gonna move
1,
3. 1,
2,
2,
3.
3. They can
Uh-oh.
get within range of you.
Uh-oh.
And they're gonna do an attack of 2 plus a die.
Stop laughing so hard, Mandy. I can hear you. Oh my goodness, we're on the same team.
All right. They have
Do you
not
all
rolled a
do you
crit.
all hear Mandy just delighting in
I don't know what you're
I'm-
talking about.
Mandy, I'm meat shielding for you. I'm
Which
protecting
I
you.
very much appreciate everybody. I do.
Mhm.
All right. The ruffian did not crit,
Oh,
but
okay.
is doing 2 damage to you. And again, we still don't have a way to defend this.
Yep. Ouch.
Rough.
All right.
Yikes.
We got kind of beat up here real quick in the first round of this scene. You've actually taken 6 damage already, and your toughness is 6.
Woo.
Uh-oh.
So
That seems bad.
Yeah, that's
we're
not-
gonna find out what an injury does.
Oh.
I totally did it on purpose, Nikki, so that we could
Yes.
just show people on stream what happens,
Teach
right?
lessons,
Yeah,
everybody.
exactly. That's exactly what happened.
Is this
All
here
right,
what we're
so-
looking at? All right, I'll pull it up.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm trauma. I've got trauma now.
I have pulled this card out of the deck there. This is the first injury that's going to exist within this game. And you see it's a lasting scar. So the first thing that's going to happen, we're going to reduce the damage you've taken by 3. It's going to be represented by a scar from now on.
Nice.
And you can, here, I'll move this a little bit closer. You can take this text, lasting scar, the 3, and if you would heal 2 or more damage, heal 1 damage instead.
Mhm.
You can apply that to this section of your character sheet right here.
Okay. 1 second here. Boop.
I'll type that in there for you.
Oh, I was just getting my typey tool out.
Oh, you can actually just click
okay.
it and
Stop
I can just
showing
click it?
off all of you with
yeah,
your
you can click in
tedious
that white box there and just type.
experience.
Oh, just type okay.
Can't believe this. And Crystal saying, I'm grateful for this learning opportunity. With
Yeah.
LOL, so there you go.
Yeah,
All
LOL.
right.
Thanks, Crystal.
One
Okay.
other thing that we're going to do is it says, then apply the corresponding sticker to the art on your character sheet.
I get stickers.
Fun.
You do. Sadly, there is a problem with Tabletop Simulator,
Ah.
which is
Table.
Soraya's scar sticker in this is so small that
Ah.
Tabletop Simulator can't handle it.
Oh.
So how these would typically work is there'd be a sticker here. You would take this off. You would apply it directly to the art of your character sheet.
Mhm.
You can see it's this scar across the bridge
Bridge
of
of her
Soraya's nose.
Mm.
And that'll just live with you for the rest of the campaign. You've got this scar.
I mean, I'm just gonna say it that like a badass scar that I got protecting my friends is not the worst thing I could collect here. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
although the healing deficit kind of sucks.
Indeed.
There's also some extra text here. So the first time that an injury gets
Ah.
handed out during a campaign, there's some extra text. It says Farah reads 322. So I'm going to go read that real quick.
Okay.
322. Our adventures are getting more and more dangerous. Our injuries more serious. All I can think is Soraya's warning not to be so reckless. I cannot allow myself or my friends to get hurt anymore. I add injury, card 16, to my inspiration board. The action scene continues.
Yep. And then, so then Soraya reads hers, correct?
Go ahead
Yep.
and do that.
When I first agreed to go on these adventures, I anticipated the danger, but not like this. I will do everything I can to keep my friends safe, even if it means taking the hits myself.
Ooh.
I unlock the path to selfless sacrifice on my skill grid. Ooh, that sounds like maybe not a bad thing. The action scene continues, or I return to the page book that caused the injury.
All right. So let's take a quick look at your skill grid over here. We haven't really talked
Yeah.
about this yet. We'll come back to this and talk about this more later. But what that was doing is there's a section right there that you've identified, and you'll see that there's a part of this path that's sort of a dashed line,
Mm-hmm.
which indicates this path isn't connected.
Hmm.
What just
What?
happened is you'll get to fill in this line with like a pencil or a pen.
Ah.
It's going to be pretty thick right now with how Tabletop Simulator tries to handle things. It's a little goofy in Tabletop Sim. But yeah, you get to fill in that line with a pencil or a pen. And that way you can unlock Selfless Sacrifice later. But we're going to come back to this later when we get some experience, and we'll learn all about skills and everything else another time.
Okay, and Jim in the chat is saying that he loves the storytelling. So, yeah, nice part
Yeah.
of the game for sure.
Nikki, did you was the writing a collaboration, or did you do the lead, like the primary writing on everything?
I wrote a bunch of it, and I was the editor for like the essentially like tone editor for the whole thing.
Sure.
But yeah, we had a couple writers who were helping us with it. They did a lot of work for this, so I definitely do not want to take all the credit for it. They did a lot.
Right.
So the other thing that happened there was Farah was inspired by that injury. So if we can go up to the top left corner of the map here, this is Farah's character sheet, or part of Farah's character sheet. One thing I should say is in tabletop here, our table's kind of spread out. There's a lot of different moving pieces, but it's in a physical form, it's a lot cleaner than this because this whole thing here is all part of Farah's character sheet that folds up nice and neat. So like you don't need extra table space for these. It's just on the back of the sheet that we're already looking at.
Got it.
All right, so this inspiration card that it told me to grab, it says, apply the sticker that corresponds to the inspiration I just unlocked. After I've applied the sticker, I archive this card. We are unlocking this sticker here. So I will go ahead and peel this sticker.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe you're going to do this. And that's amazing.
That's
Oh,
so
and
cool.
then the physics of Tabletop Sim is going to make it really wonky and not helpful. I also have to
size it down.
Down
Oh my
Size it
gosh,
down.
that's amazing.
That's so cool, though.
That's still super cool, Nikki.
Yeah, agreed.
Obviously, in physical, this would be much cleaner. All right, so I'm just going to attach that to there. Make sure that's nice and stuck on. I'm just going to make sure these other stickers don't fall off of this card randomly.
That's amazing. You figured out how to do that.
Yeah,
wow.
That's so cool.
All right. Yeah. So there is that. You can actually see that sticker is affixed to the pin board now. You can see that it has the number 41 visible on it as well. So whenever I get these stickers on my inspiration board and a 2-digit number is visible, that's actually a card that I can go get from the deck.
Okay.
So I'm just going to really quickly grab that. What was it? 41?
41.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
All right. So let's take a look at this. This is the card for the leather buckler. So I've been inspired, and I now have this item that I could craft at some point. It says Farah can craft this item as part of a crafting session with some cotton and some leather and some materia. So yeah, there's a cool little shield.
That's
that I
so
can craft later.
cool. Oh my goodness.
And we'll talk about crafting in a little bit here as well once we get out of this scene and have some more time to work on other things other than fighting these bandits.
Yeah, but we gotta do some damage here.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
Getting rough. It's getting
All right.
rough.
Javi,
So all of that happened because of that thing, but now it's Javi's
avenge
turn.
me.
Avenge you.
All right,
No
Javi,
pressure. No pressure.
you get to roll 3 dice into the pool.
Okay, so I'm really bad at this program here, so let me just do it over here, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, all right, and I think
Chrononaut is saying in chat that they're so excited for this game, and Chrononaut, I feel the same. So, you know, Nikki, I understand it's not really fair to compare works against each other or between each other all the time, but if you all haven't had a chance to play Legacy of Dragonholt that Nikki was one of the designers on, I highly recommend it if you can find a copy, but I love Legacy of Dragonholt so much, and the way that you have a character and you go through this branching narrative game, and it was just such a great experience to go through that when I heard that Nikki was involved with Artisans of Splendent Vale and it had kind of the narrative element, but I was stoked. And yeah, Nikki, this so far this is very, very cool. Just from a systems point of view alone, it's amazing.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, I consider this to be sort of a spiritual successor to Dragonholt.
Mhm.
But there's more emphasis on the collaboration with the 4 different character books and being able to kind of work together for things.
Yeah, love that.
I have not
So,
played.
okay, sorry,
Legends of
Mandy, you
Dragonholt.
rolled.
No, I'm looking at the chat, and Crystal, if you want someone to play with you, let me know. I rolled.
All right, so you've rolled these 2 POWs and this shield. Exactly what we need here.
Exactly. I'm here for it.
So, and then you can perform up to 2 actions on your turn.
Okay, so now, I gotta swing over here because I don't remember the things I can do. Oh, I can move. Okay, well, I have to move, I'm assuming, in order for me to do any sort of damage, I presume.
Yeah, your only attack right now is the punch action, so you're a little bit far away from that in order to do that.
And if I use a boot, I'm assuming, or if I use a boot and a plus, would that give me 2 movement? But I guess in this case, I only really need 1, right?
Yeah, so you could just use a normal boot.
Yeah.
Since you don't have to go that far.
Okay, so let's do that. And then I'm going to move, I'm assuming here is good. I think that's me. And so now can I do some like punchy things?
Yeah, absolutely. So you've got the punch action on your sheet, so that costs a POW.
All right.
And if you wanted to boost that in order to do some extra damage, you can, since we've got a POW or a plus there that we can use.
Excellent news.
So you're going to be doing at least 3 damage because you've boosted it.
Right.
Good job,
And
Javi.
you'll get to roll those 2 dice that you took out of the pool.
Oh, these 2 here. Okay.
In order to see if you get some extra damage.
All right, everybody, cross your fingers here. Hey-oh.
We're doing it.
Yes.
Ooh. So there's no POWs there. But
Oh.
Javi has a special ability. Under passive abilities there, you'll see Augmented Strength.
Ooh, yes.
Your boosted attacks crit on plus in addition to their other critical rolls.
Yeah. Huzzah.
So this plus that you've rolled actually does count. And you've done 4 damage.
Yeah.
We'll pull an extra dial over here.
Sweet.
To track her damage. All right, we've done 4 to Legia. She has toughness equal to 4 times the number of players, so 12 in total. So if we do 8 more damage to Legia, she'll go down.
Yeah. I'm here for that.
Nikki, in the physical game, are these like health dials that you twist and turn?
Yeah, exactly. It's the two pieces of punch board with like the plastic grommet through the middle. So you just turn it in order to just like health dials you see in a lot of games.
Sure.
Or counting anything really.
Yeah. All right. That was good.
So that was 2 actions for Javi. And it's her again.
We gotta take her out. Why does she get so many actions?
She gets so many actions. She's
What a
the
brat.
leader. She's the boss.
I like her. She does have
Right.
great taste in hats, though.
I would.
Right?
I will admit this. Yes.
Yeah. When we got this art back, I was like, I'm kind of into this evil purple Carmen Sandiego.
Oh my gosh, I was thinking the exact same thing. All I could, when you were talking about the hat, in my head I was going, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And I'm like, but I can't say that. But you said it, so it's okay. It's awesome.
Yeah, she's pretty great. All right, she has rolled a shield yet again.
Ooh,
She's
boy.
just all about this pull and blade action that she likes to do. All right, so she's going to do an attack of 1 + 2 dice. She is next to all of us.
So she's gonna hit you, Farah.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. She'll hit
man.
me because I'm next in the initiative.
I feel like I might be getting some zings here.
You might take a little bit of damage in a bit
I
here.
think
All right,
so.
let's roll some damage for her.
Uh-oh.
All right, she did not crit on those 2 rolls.
Oh, that's right, because she needs a wild or a shield. Okay.
That's right. So I'm gonna take 1 damage. I'm not gonna use our shield there. I'm gonna save that for one of you since 1 damage doesn't feel like that much. And she's gonna push me away as well. Joke's on her. I've got reach. All right. And then she is going to do her second attack as well, which is an attack of 2 and she can still hit all of us with that attack. And
Yeah.
she's targeting me again because I'm next in the initiative. She doesn't roll any dice on this one. It's just a flat 2.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go next in the initiative order, actually. So I'm gonna use this shield because I don't want to get too damaged.
Right.
Sure, and then you can
But
roll
I'll
more.
make sure that you've got some defense so that you don't get beat up.
Yeah.
In the meantime here. Okay. So there's no Arbalist number 2, so we're just gonna skip past that. It's the end of the first round, so we're gonna place another Arbalist.
No.
They just keep on coming.
They keep coming.
Woof.
We gotta end this real quick.
Yes, my goodness, they're gonna take us out.
Got 1 canine. We got 2 canines. All right. So here is Arbalist number 2. Here is canine number 1 and canine number 2.
Oh, yay.
Goody gumdrops.
All right, and then over to me. I'm gonna roll 3 dice, add them into the pool.
Okay, all right.
Really would like some shields. Really would like some shields
Actually,
here.
we
We've got
haven't
all
rolled
this
a lot of
movement.
shields. I feel like we have, yeah, a lot of movement, but not a lot of shields.
A lot of movement, but not a lot of shields.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my my special ability, my warm-up ability, to move
That's right.
1 space back into this bush here.
Smart.
Try to hide a little bit. And then I don't think I'm going to even attack this turn. I think I'm going to use both of my actions to ready.
Oh.
Okay.
And I'm going to turn. Oops. I'm going to turn both of these boots
Nice.
into shields
Nice.
to try to help protect you.
Got it. Okay.
Suzanne's in rough shape.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
So we'll move on. Canine number 1
Dun dun dun. Boot.
has rolled a boot.
Okay.
So they're
gonna
gonna
do a
move
boot
3. Zoinks.
1, 2. Hello,
Uh-oh.
Javi.
Oh dear.
I'm going to do an
Uh-oh.
attack 1 plus 2 dice against Javi.
Ooh.
Oh god.
Oh
Wow.
no.
That's so
Ooh.
bad.
That's 3 damage.
Oh no.
I think this is one that's definitely worth using a shield on. That's a pretty big hit.
Yes, please.
All right, so you get to defend.
Oh, I do.
So that costs a shield from the pool.
Okay, I just moved it.
That'll block at least 2, and
Okay.
you can roll that die in order to see if you block an extra.
The same one here? Oh,
Yep.
shoot. Sorry. I keep pressing the wrong thing.
Yeah. What happened? What does she have to get to block?
We're looking for a shield or a
Or
wild.
a wild? Okay.
Well, none
That
of
is-
those things have appeared here.
Swing and a miss.
You managed to
Bum,
block.
bum,
You managed to block 2 of the damage, but you will still take 1.
Okay.
So we can record that on
Yeah,
your
okay.
sheet.
Oh.
There.
I got it.
Thank you.
Great. All right. And one last thing that's going to happen is this attack is going to threaten you.
Oh,
Ooh,
jeez.
That's a condition.
Nikki, why do you make this game so hard?
It's dangerous. It's dangerous out in there in the world.
Very
Apparently.
dangerous. I know, right?
All right, so we're going to take a threatened token. We're going to put that on your portrait here in the initiative order, just so that you remember that you have that.
Yes.
It's a clever
Threaten
way to do it.
I'm broken, apparently.
just means that if they attack you, you're going to take an extra damage from each of those attacks.
Oh, jeez,
Okay,
Louise.
so let's not be in the line of fire.
Wow.
What? Jim Crimmins, Mandy knows it's a co-op, right? Yes, I do. It is not my fault.
I will say, Nikki, this initiative track system, even now that you've put the threaten token on, like I love this initiative track. It's just a very clever system and way to track conditions and turn order and to resolve priority. This is really working for me.
I like it in the board game because we've seen it. I've seen it in video games, like when we play For the King, something very similar. But I don't see it often in board games, and I like it. It really, for someone like me who requires the visual, I appreciate it.
Yeah, this is inspired from like tactical video game.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Well, that makes sense then.
Actually, you mentioned using the condition tokens here on the portrait in the initiative order.
Mhm.
Part of the reason for that is it's actually the timing. So all of these conditions, they go away at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it's actually when we move this initiative marker over to Javi, once we're moving it off of Javi, we'll know, oh, this condition that's
Love
right
it.
there, we
Yeah,
can get rid of
that's
it.
so clean.
So no conditions stay on permanently or
Yeah, there's no permanent conditions. However, if, for instance, you had 2 threatened tokens, at the end of your turn, you'll just discard one of them.
Okay.
And you'll still have
The other one.
threatened. So the number of tokens actually indicates how long the effect lasts,
Understood. Got it.
as opposed to how severe it is. Like,
Right, got it.
Yep,
Makes
that
total
makes
sense.
Absolutely.
All right. So let's see what Liggy is up to.
No.
Probably destroying us.
Oh, Marshall, this is new.
This is new.
What?
So it says she's going to protect and strengthen herself.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
Which one are we
So we'll
looking at
get-
here? There's one on the bottom or?
The
okay.
top.
Oh, this one
yeah,
here.
right
Thank you.
here.
Thank you. Just so I can show
So
everybody.
she'll
what
get a
we're
protect token
looking at.
and a strengthen token.
Oh my.
So that means her attacks are going to do more damage and she'll take less damage. For
Oh,
a little
great.
bit here.
And in the chat here, Jim is saying the track that you were talking about at the top allows for some very tactical decision making, and Chrononaut is saying, I like that you can see your allies' conditions all in one place as well. So
Yeah, exactly. I'm placing these conditions down here for her because she activates multiple times.
Right.
But something else we could do is like we could put them here because that's when we know that they're going to wear off.
Right.
So that's what she's going to do: protect and strengthen herself. She's also going to strengthen the nearest ally.
Oh,
Oh.
boo.
So that's either going to be this canine or horned human number 2. And next in initiative order will actually be the
Horned human.
horned human. So we'll give that to him.
Got it. I love this system. I love this
Yeah,
system
it's really
so
smart.
much. Oh my goodness.
So
All right. So that's her whole turn though. She's not going to attack. She's just
Thank
kind of doling out
gosh.
some
God.
conditions.
taking a break.
Respite.
All right. Next is canine number 2, way off in the distance over there.
The gnarling cur.
A boot plus chase down. So they're going to come for us. 1, 2, 3, but can't quite get to us yet. Not so bad. That guy was defeated. This person doesn't exist. And it is Soraya's turn.
Oh,
again.
I pressed the wrong button on TTS and everything got very big very fast. All right.
All right.
Come on, baby. Could be worse.
That's
There we
not-
go. We got a
not
shield. We got
terrible.
a POW.
Yeah, you got a little bit of everything.
That's some good stuff.
I want that pow.
Yeah.
Pow, pow, baby. All right.
Do a nice big hit.
I mean, yeah, duh. Okay. Granted, Legia is strengthened and protected, but like I do not like this person at all.
Yeah.
That's aggressive.
I think we got to get her out of here. She
And
takes way too many
I'm
activations.
gonna smack her. Like I just have to. I have a lot of anger towards her right now.
Okay.
So she's within my range, right?
Yeah, she's right
So
next
I
to you,
could
so you
just
can use
could I
slam.
hit her twice?
So you won't be able to attack her twice because you can only do one attack in your turn. But because you don't have
Aw.
to move this turn, something that I would like to point out is your shield's up ability on your shield is something you could do instead of the second
Okay.
attack. And that'll give you protect and help mitigate some of this damage that we've been taking.
Okay. So I take your advice because you know this game better than I do. So does it matter what order I do that in?
No, not really.
Okay. So I'm going to pow. I'm gonna slam.
Okay.
Okay. Does it
Do you
matter if I
wanna-
So you're
roll
going to use
this
this
die?
ability here. Let me just pull that up for everybody. There we go.
Yeah.
Slam.
And can I use the die that I took out of the dice pool to roll, or does it matter?
Yeah, that makes it a lot easier because the
Got it.
essentially whenever you're spending dice, you typically are going to also be rolling that same number of dice.
Got it.
Yeah.
So it's really easy to just grab
Makes
them out of the
sense.
pool and then roll them right away.
Okay. Oops.
Did you want to
Yes.
boost that by the
Yes, I totally wanted to boost it.
way? Okay. So you get to
Okay.
roll that die as well.
Oh, okay. Come on, baby. Come on. No.
Yeah.
But we still did 4. It does 4 at least. However, one of that is going to get protected, so we'll doing 3.
Better
we
than
go.
nothing.
Better than nothing.
Okay.
And then for your second action, if you wanted to do that, shields up.
So do I get to take a new die and add a shield?
Yes. However, it does cost a die of some kind. So you could, for
Okay.
instance,
Okay. That's what okay. So I don't really need to take a die. I can just convert a die that's already
yeah,
there.
exactly.
So I'm going to take one of the, should I take the plus or should I take one of the plus boots?
So
just-
these, yeah, the plus boot is effectively just straight up better than the plus since it's also a boot. So we can convert that into a shield, which is number 3.
Oh, thank you. I was gonna find it. Okay.
All right, there we go. We've got some shields, so we can keep ourselves safe now. But you also get a protect. So we're going to give you a
Nice.
protect token here. And what that means is anytime you would take damage from an attack, we'll just reduce that by 1 right away.
No, I accept that. I accept this is good.
Okay. Next is Lagia again.
I hate this fraud.
You're like, I'm not here for this.
All right, she has rolled a shield, so she is going to pull and blade.
Mm.
So this first attack here, it's going to come at Javi.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh my.
Oh bye.
All right. Luckily, she has not crit, so it's only 1. However, she is strengthened, and Javi is threatened.
Oh.
Oh
that's
no!
2 increases. We're up to 3 damage on that attack.
Okay, but use a shield. Javi, use a shield.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I will use a shield. Sorry, I got distracted. Amanda Panda's in the chat saying incoming raid. So that just means we'll be seeing a lot of people shortly. I just wanted to acknowledge
Oh,
that.
that's so sweet.
Ooh, okay. Well, before they get here,
Yes. Okay.
let's do your defend. So that's going to cost a shield.
Right.
And something we definitely want to pay attention to, she's about to attack you again. So you could boost this defense here by spending a plus.
Do it,
And
sister.
that
Protect
way,
yourself.
You'll protect even more damage for the turn.
So I'd be using this one.
Yep, you'll use that, and you can grab any
one of these to do a little. Yep.
Yep. So you're blocking at least 3, and you can roll both of those to try to block more.
Oopsie. Oh my goodness, I keep doing that. And there we go.
And we've got a wild. That's a crit there. So you're blocking the next 4 damage that would happen to you this turn.
Yeah.
So 3 of that is just happening right there. And then the second attack is an attack of 4. So you'll block 1 of that and end up taking 3.
Oh, ouch. Still big
a lot,
owies.
but better than taking
big
the full
owies.
Whatever it was. So
yeah, you blocked 4 of what, like 7 damage or something there?
Yeah,
it was a lot.
So now I'm up to 5 damage. No.
All right.
1 less. Oop, I did too many. There we go.
There you go.
4.
All right.
Before we continue, Jess CCG is raiding us with a party of 11. Hello, hello. Thank you, everyone, for joining, and we appreciate the raid so much. Thank you so much.
Hello. Thank you.
There you go. We can continue. My apologies.
No worries. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the end of Lagia's turn. Her conditions will go away, so she's not protected anymore. And we've got Arbalist number 1 up here. What is Arbalist number 1 going to be doing? A combo. So that's reposition. Would move 2, but is already within range of you. So they're fine. And we'll do 2 plus a die damage to you. Ooh, they have crit.
Boo.
So that's an attack of 3 coming at you, Soraya. But you've got protect, so it's only 2. Do you want to use one of these shields to defend that?
Go for it.
Yeah.
You have 3 damage. I would protect yourself.
This is you, Soraya. Suzanne.
Oh, I thought it was Farah. Oh no,
It's you.
She's hitting me. Ah, yeah. Oh, I don't
You're just
need
way
any
too
more
calm
trauma.
about that.
All right.
I don't need so much trauma.
Yeah. You can
I
spend
would
one of
like to
these
use a
shields.
shield, please.
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Okay. Do I roll
right.
that? No.
You can, but there's no other damage coming at you this turn, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. From the chat, Jim is asking, what's the maturity level of the content? Would it be appropriate for like a 9 and 11-year-old?
Right.
I would say the thing that you would want to consider on that angle is I guess, the level of violence that you're okay with the child seeing. We're not, we're not describing gruesome stuff here. It's all very abstracted. We're not really describing, people dying or anything like that. But I mean, there is some violence here. So,
But does it get a lot more violent than what we're expressing here as we're
Right.
battling the Ruin Raider, or is it kind of in this zone?
it's basically just this zone that
Okay.
we're talking about.
Because obviously every family and every parent and every child is different, but I have a 9-year-old, and this is personally just for me and for my 9-year-old, who can be a little sensitive about violence. What we've experienced so far, I would totally be able to put in front of him and be
Right.
comfortable with.
Yeah.
But again, that's, very personal.
Yeah. That's why I don't want to make a blanket statement and say that this is or isn't okay for any age group, because it's really going to be based on, that individual and what you want them to be seen or not seen. So,
Right. Okay, back to the game. So I realized that I was being attacked, so I used a shield, and I am protecting myself, I think, because I am protected as well.
yeah. So you didn't
Right.
take any damage. You didn't take any damage there.
Which is
I'm
great.
solid. No more trauma for me.
Oh, okay. I thought there was some. I was wrong, chat. So ignore what I just wrote in the chat.
Okay, thanks everybody for joining us who's just coming in from Jess CCG's raid. It's
Yes.
great to have you here. We are playing Artisans of Splendent Vale with the designer, Nikki Valens, who's teaching us. Thank you. Nikki, is it Valens or Valens, or am I pronouncing that correctly?
Valens.
Valens, okay.
Good.
I think I was close. This is actually in its last 48 hours on Kickstarter.
Yes.
For the record, folks, this is not a sponsored stream. Like, we're just doing this because we're stoked about the game and are really excited. And we were very lucky that Nikki was willing to, the TTS module is private right now. So we're really lucky that Nikki was willing to host a game for us and teach us how to play. But yeah, we're in the first scenario, I guess is what you call chapter, Nikki.
Yeah, adventures, chapters, scenarios.
Sure. Of the game. So feel free to follow along and kind of see where it is. There's some narrative and storytelling. There's character interaction. And as you'll see right now, we are in the middle of an actual battle. We'll see how we use the initiative track and interact, and how the dice work, and the AIs for the enemies. And it's a really clever system. If you have any questions at all, just jump in the chat and well, I won't do anything, but we'll ask Nikki to answer the questions because they know what's up.
Exactly.
All right. Next in initiative is Ruffian number 2.
Ruh-roh.
So let's roll a die, see what that Ruffian is up to. They've rolled a shield. So they are going to stand and fight. They're not going to do any movement here. They're just going to do an attack of 2 plus 2 dice and then protect themselves.
But are they going to attack me again?
They are going to attack you. You're right there. You're
so
right in the thick of
convenient.
it.
I mean, I guess I did kind of run up to the enemies at the very first turn and kind of poked them with my mother's hammer. So,
all right. So this is an attack of 3 coming at you. Your protect is going to block one of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Not bad.
you could use this shield here to block another if you wanted.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to check real quickly. So looking at the turn order track, Javi goes next. Then, Lagia.
Your
Don't
favorite.
like her. And then this Arbalist, who's way up at the top. And then Farah
me.
goes. So 2 more. But, Javi, Lagia is going to, come at ya.
Yeah, and I'm a little nervous. And Amanda, you're right. Into the thick of it. That is correct.
Okay. And is it only doing that? So we're looking at the ruffian and it's standing and fighting and then to protect itself. I'm going to go ahead and take the 2. I'm going to do my role as the tank and look out for my friend Javi. So I will take the 2 damage.
Okay.
I appreciate
You're getting
that.
real close to another
I
trauma.
know. I'm very scared.
All right.
But I'm hoping that, between Javi's role and your role, we get some shields that I can use in the future.
Yeah, exactly. All right. It is Javi's turn now. So we'll get to add 3 more dice to the pool.
All Alrighty, Roo. Yoink, yoink.
So Jess
Amazingly,
CCG is
we have
saying
not
that they're
rolled any
wondering
wilds.
if there are similarities to Legacy Dragonholt. And Jess, I think you will find that, like, especially with the narrative parts, watch a little bit, because I would say
Ooh.
that there are some elements that are spiritual successors in a really great way.
Okay,
Yeah.
Let me just hold on. Okay, so that was not the role of my dreams. So
No, that's
Hey,
Nikki.
Is there a reroll
Hey.
option?
hey. Well, I mean, there is the readied action that we can use,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I'm gonna. You know what? We're kind of having kind of a hard time here. Everyone,
Yeah.
everyone, avert your eyes for a little bit. Don't
Look away.
don't look away, everyone.
Look away.
Hey, oh, look over
Look over
there,
there.
folks. What
Anybody-
is
Oh.
that?
Anybody who watches
my
Drag
goodness.
Race, look over there.
Is that a bear?
Oh, is that what's happening over there? Oh,
Is it fireworks and a bear with a duck
Oh.
riding on its back? And
Yeah,
oh
I'm not-
my goodness.
I'm
Are
not
they
sure what
eating
that
Jenny's
was.
ice cream?
Perhaps.
I guess I don't know. Maybe I was seeing something.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
Good roll, Mandy.
Yes.
We got
Yeah.
some nice dice here on the table for us.
Fantastic.
Nice roll. Good job, Mandy. You're a brilliant roller dicer.
Everyone knows that's a lie, but we'll go with it.
All right.
Okay.
So you've got 2 actions that you can perform on your turn. What kind of a thing do you think you want to do here?
Well, okay, so I'm here, right? Sorry, I can't do the little arrow doohickeys that Suzanne does, but
Here,
this
I
is me.
can-
Thank you. Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. So I can I guess I can turn my wild. Can I attack this person?
Yeah, you could attack either of these.
Oh, yeah, shoot. That one might be bad too. Which one can I? Well, I don't think I can take any of them out directly at this point.
Look, for what it's worth, Javi,
Yes.
Ligia gets like 30 turns in a round.
So maybe we should do that then. Yeah, let's
So-
Yeah.
go for that.
If you
Get
can
rid
do some
of this
damage to her, I can
person.
probably do some damage to her as well.
Yeah, so
with
let's
her fancy hat.
let's do that. And can I boost this in any way?
Yeah. Are you doing a punch here?
Oh wait, or I guess I should have probably used that. Maybe.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
use the POW
Yeah,
instead
that
of the
might be
wild.
better than the wild. Yeah, so let's do that. Bang bang.
And then you could boost with a. We
With
got
a-
plenty of these.
Yes. So that's what's gonna happen there.
All right. So you can give those a roll. See if we crit.
Okay. Yeah, come
And
on.
you're looking for
I'm gonna
pows
really
or wilds.
smash this R. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Smash the R. Oh, hey.
Ooh,
good
2
smashing.
crits.
Yeah. Ugh,
That's 2
ugh.
crits.
All right. See.
All right.
Everything's
So
going
we're
well.
doing 5 to her.
Yes.
And she doesn't have any protect or anything here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12.
Eat all the
That's enough to
things.
defeat her.
Whoa,
Yeah.
There we go. She's out.
Woo! I'm excited. Oh wait, don't I have another action?
You do have another action. You won't be able to do another attack, but
That's
you
unfortunate.
could use the ready action to get something in the pool that we want.
Yeah, that might
or-
be good.
There's also your telekinesis ability, which lets you kind of manipulate the positions of other people on the field here.
Oh, interesting.
What are we thinking is the
God,
best
Nikki, this game is so
option?
cool.
I know, right? I'm like, they're all the things. I'm like, what do I do? I don't know. What am I doing?
There's so many things you can do.
Oh, and I do have to shout this out because it is a highlight my message. Jess, CCG, smashing it. Yes, that's right. I smashed that R for roll, everybody. Okay, I digress. So, what do we think is more useful? Me kind of readying something or maneuvering? I mean, if I ready, what does that do? I'm sorry, my memory is very short.
It lets us. You can actually take a look here. Zoom in on your character
okay.
so the
Let's-
stream can see it too.
Excellent.
The ready action there lets you spend any die and then add a boot, a POW, a shield, or a plus back into the pool. So it's essentially kind of converting something to what you need.
Okay, well, would this be useful for anybody coming up next?
Well, it could absolutely could be useful, but for what it's worth, first of all, Ligia is gone.
Mhm.
Heck yeah, thank you.
Whoop, whoop.
Then next, and then we have the Arbalist up there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then Farah goes. So I guess the Arbalist is going to hit me, I think.
Is that the
But the Arbalist can move too.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think I
If
should
they
like
get reposition again.
move it away?
I don't know if it helps.
Yeah,
I think
I almost think the die
Yeah.
might be better.
One thing we could do. So there's this canine 1 right here that's next to you,
Mm-hmm.
and I go before that canine, but I definitely cannot take it
yeah.
out
Right,
before it
Point.
goes. So something you could do is use telekinesis to just like throw it to the other side of this pond, and then
Okay.
it'll have to like slosh through all this water to get back to us.
Okay, and that's one of my doohickeys, right? I'm out of my
Yeah, that's
wrong
your
thing here. Hold on a
telekinesis.
Hey,
minute.
Big Ben,
Telekinesis
thanks for
displace
joining.
1. Okay, yeah. So that might be good, just to kind of do a little push, fall back.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like it. I
yeah,
like
let's
it.
do
Do
that.
it.
Let's give her. So someone
Okay,
can
so
help
that
me out
costs
here.
a plus,
Yep.
and you can also boost that if you want to,
Yeah,
which will
let's
increase
get
the
it
distance.
way over there.
right.
Just gives us a reprieve, if you
All
will.
right, so we'll give these 2 dice a roll. You've rolled a crit there, so that's 3 spaces that you get to push this dog, and you get to ignore the difficult terrain for this push here. So like we could go straight all the way over to
Hot.
there.
I'm thinking that is a good
Love it.
spot. I am feeling this very much. Yes.
Yeah, that's going to take them a while to get back to us. That buys us some time.
Exactly. I'm here for
C
it.
hyphen D
Nope.
redeemed to hydrate.
Gotta
Everybody
hydrate.
take
Oh,
a sip.
oh, everybody,
Take a sip. Yep.
don't forget to hydrate.
Thank you. I mean, we did just defeat Legia, so we deserve a drink.
That's right, everyone. The thirst is real there.
Hmm.
There we go.
We'll give the dog a drink of water on the way past.
Go for it,
and-
you know.
Exactly.
All
Appropriate.
right. Javi's turn is done. We no longer need this threatened token. Javi's no longer threatened.
Okay.
Legia is not here anymore.
Bye.
Bye-bye, baby.
And then we've got our friend, Arbalist number 2, who is just going to continue to attack Soraya, no doubt.
Which is
Take
unfortunate.
aim.
Well, but wait.
You're like,
Wait.
what?
No. The Arbalist number 2 is way up here.
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
Don't-
okay.
Don't leave
right,
me alone.
All right,
Oh,
let's see what
no.
happens.
Amanda, don't you
Arbalist-
dare.
Arbalist number 2 is going to take aim. So this is an attack of 2 plus 2 dice at range 5.
Ooh.
Oh, shaw.
That's a lot.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can actually hit Javi from around that tree, all the way over there.
Jeez.
Stupid crossbow.
All right,
Cross-barchers
let's see what
suck.
we do here. We've got 2 dice that we're going to roll for this.
Yes,
No.
Amanda, save those points for a
And-
good song.
We did get 1 crit, so the Arbalist is doing 3 damage.
Oh,
to
that's
Javi.
bad.
Oh, ooh,
But-
what?
We can use one of them shields.
Yes, please. Because I'm already at 4. Yeah.
All right, let's use one of those. We can give that a roll as well.
Yeah, Mandy, do you
Roll
want to roll
this?
it?
Yeah, sure.
Smash it. Smash
Yeah.
it, Mandy.
Bing.
Perfect.
Hey, yo!
You block the whole thing. No
Yeah,
damage.
Yes.
All right. Back up to the top of the initiative order.
Okay,
Here's
our
Farah.
dice pool is looking a little soft now.
little anemic here.
A little rough,
All
yeah,
right. Here, I've
exactly.
got a POW and a shield and a boot for us. I've added a boot to the pool, which means I get to do a move 1. The move 1's not going to really help me, though, because I'm stuck in this bush. But I kind of want to take out one of these 2 over
Yeah,
here.
I feel like they're causing a bit of an issue.
Yeah, they're kind of causing a ruckus over there.
I agree.
Which one do you think I should go for, Suzanne? Are you going to attack this one as well? Should we just try to like take this guy out?
Yeah, I love that because we only have to take out 2 more characters to win this scenario. So
Yeah.
True.
All right, so I'm going to use... Oh, you know what? 1, 2, 3... Oh, I can't quite get there. So I was just thinking, what if I could get into this guy's face? Because he can't do range attacks while someone's adjacent to him. So I was thinking,
Oh, I
maybe
didn't know
can get
that.
up in their-
Okay.
get up in their face, but I don't have quite enough movement to get all the way over there. So I'm just going to do a normal move right over here. Since I've got my reach with my staff, I can still hit this dude.
get him.
I'm gonna use this POW,
Mhm.
but do I want to boost it? Is the
That is the
question.
question, yes.
I mean,
Is this
I-
guy? This guy's protected right now.
which one is
Maybe
that one?
That's the
That's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
it's
one, yeah.
protected.
I should probably. So you're gonna want to attack it as well, and if
Yes.
it's it's going to still be protected on your turn. So I should probably try to get some damage in there to make
I
sure
agree.
that you can defeat it.
That's good.
I
I
agree.
think so. Soften.
Because
soften 'em up.
I do attack a little bit more strongly than you do too, but I agree
Yeah.
that yes, you should do that.
All right. So I've got 1 crit. I would be doing 4 damage, but the protect is going to reduce that. So I'm only doing 3. But hopefully that's enough that your attack will be able to get through.
Right.
All right.
Awesome, good turn. So for anybody who joined a little bit later in the stream, up here on the left of the scenario book, there's the initiative track. And one of the cool mechanisms is that you can use the status tokens and put it on the characters here so you can kind of see all in one glance what their status is. And then that also marks the duration of it. So when it comes to that turn, then the token's removed at the end of the turn. And so I just really love this initiative track system there. Okay, so the doggy's going to go next.
That's right. Doggo number 1 is going to go. We'll take a roll. And it's a plus. So it's going to do chase down. It wants to move 3 spaces. So it can go 1 into the water, 1, 2 out of that water, but then it doesn't have any movement left to get to us.
Right.
Yay!
That's good. Sweet.
Great stuff.
So
All right.
sweet.
Doggo number 2 also going to go.
Uh-huh.
Rolled a wild.
That's not bad.
That seems bad.
I know,
It's going
right?
to howl. So it'll move 1 space, and then it will remove a POW or a shield from the pool.
No!
Are you kidding? No.
We don't have any POWs here, so we'll have to take a shield out.
Who designed these dogs? I don't like these dogs.
Yeah, exactly. Rah, rah.
All right. But next, it's Soraya.
All righty.
All right,
Okay,
let's get
so
some more dice
first,
back in here.
yeah, I'm going to take the shield, the wild, and the shield. I know I don't get those faces, but I figure maybe...
They'll
oops,
like...
sorry. I didn't mean to roll this one too. Hey,
Oh, goodness.
It was like,
did you see that? That was
That's-
amazing.
Some kind of Yahtzee there.
right.
This
That's
was a
great.
wild, which is 5. There we go. I accidentally
we
rolled
go.
that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've just got all the wilds now.
Yeah,
This is great.
exactly. We went from like to way up there.
That was amazing.
So good.
I just blew my one great roll the whole
Yeah,
day.
exactly. Now it's gonna go
Okay.
down.
We need one more good roll out of you here, because if you
Yes.
do a boosted slam against this horned human here, we can take him out before he
Okay,
gets
I'm
active this
totally
round.
doing that, and I'm gonna boost it, right?
Yeah, I think you
And
should.
I don't take a wild, right? All right.
Yeah, I
Can't-
think we can use that combo. We don't
Yeah.
need to move fast here yet.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go.
Let's do it.
Give her.
Come on.
Nice, good roll. Hmm.
It's something. It's,
Hmm.
It's nothing.
it's
I mean, I appreciate these wilds,
Yeah.
but
Ugh. Yeah.
we're gonna do 3 damage.
Oh, son of a biscuit. So
Yeah.
close.
that's
That
rough.
1 left. All right.
Ah.
We're trying it.
What-
Okay.
What would you like to do with your second action?
Well,
That is right. Mad Martigan. Not the role of Suzanne's dreams. That is accurate.
I don't want to ready because. Okay, Nikki, I'm sorry. I already forgot. For my shield, do I
Mhm.
have to convert one of the dice in there to a shield
Mm,
Yes, but you can spend anything. So you could spend the shield to add
to
the
get a
shield
shield?
back in.
But then I get to maintain my protect status
Exactly.
because there's nothing I want to ready because we have
Yeah,
wilds.
we definitely don't want to convert the wilds. Those are
Right.
great.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my shield. I guess I could. Nope. I'm just gonna stand in place, stand my ground in a good way, and keep my protection.
Sounds good. All right. Arbalist number 1. Let's
mm.
see what they are up to. They're going to do
Plus.
a plus.
Okay, what does that do?
They're going
for
to
us?
reposition. They're
Okay.
already within range, so it's just an attack of 2 plus die against the nearest person, which is Soraya again.
Why is it me?
That's where you go. I can't help it that I'm popular.
They're attacking because you're the nearest.
Oh, because
Yeah.
I was looking at the path around the horned human.
Oh,
Got
sure. Yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no-
try to get up in this one's face on my
It.
next turn
Okay.
so that
Well,
they
that
can't.
shield's gonna get burned. I'm telling you that right now. All right.
Yeah. It's doing 3 damage. 1 gets blocked by your protect, but you can use that shield to stop that other 2.
Yeah, sorry, that shield's going.
No, it's fine. We got wilds here. We're good.
Yeah, that's okay. And did you hear what Jim said in the chat? Have you not played Eldritch Horror or Mansions? Beating a Valens co-op ain't easy.
Yeah. But this is like different, right? This is more like an adventure story.
But
to
it's
me.
cute, but kicking your butt at the same time.
It is. That's
Well, it's
what
also-
softens it.
Yeah.
It's also a continuing story after
Right.
this. It's
Right.
we're gonna keep going with the same thing that we're doing here, which
Yes.
means we get these nice lasting scars that'll just survive the whole campaign with us. It's great.
Yeah, I love it. Stories to tell.
All right. Ruffian number 2, who narrowly survived the previous round, is going to do an advance. So they would move and attack. They're already right there in your face. They don't even need to move. They're just
Oh,
going to do an
yes.
attack of 2 plus 1 damage. So 3 in total.
Yeah.
1 gets blocked by your protective course.
I'm sorry. I gotta
Yeah.
burn it, folks. I'm
No, we're doing
sorry.
it.
I can't.
It's
I
fine.
want. I
No.
don't want any more trauma.
You need it. You need to do it.
We're almost done here.
Yeah.
It's fine.
We can do it. We can do it.
All right.
All right.
Javi is next.
Same moi.
Javi.
Let's get some dice in here, Javi.
All right. So I get to roll. Is it 3?
3.
Yes.
3 dice, yeah.
Each player turn.
All right.
3 new dice.
Roulez les dés. You know it's serious. Quand je parle en français, when I start speaking French, you know it's legit. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Well, that's something.
It's all right. It's all right.
I mean, it's no 3 wilds,
Oh,
but
well, okay. Whoa, la. Okay.
right.
Yeah.
So
So where am I? I'm over here. right?
coming before I go next is this guy again.
Mm-hmm.
And from where you are, it's pretty likely that he'll be able to attack you.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
And you could also be moving away from these canines here.
Right.
So something that might work well is like using this boosted move,
Mhm.
just
To
like
just-
run way over here
Yeah.
and just kind of get up in this guy's face.
I'm thinking that is the best option because I do not like what's going to happen over here.
Yeah.
So
We only,
thinking-
if we defeat these 2,
Yeah.
we're fine. So like
Oh.
we could just run away from these ones.
okay. So if I put that up,
Yes.
the boot and the plus, that gives me how much a movement?
That's 3 movement.
3 movement. So
Move is normally 2 and you're boosting it with the plus there, so that's 3.
so could I go like 1, 2? I guess that's as far as I can go, eh?
You can get a third one into this water space.
Oh, I can't go into the water. Okay, I wasn't sure if I could do that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so I did that. And should I use a wild to attack? Can I attack?
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can use a wild because it can be anything.
Okay.
I was just thinking, which
Oh.
one of these do we want to have
Oh
you
shoot,
attack?
I forgot about this one. Yes. My apologies. I didn't even see
Because
that
like
one.
we could defeat this guy for sure.
Yeah.
Like you only need to do 1 damage. That's super easy. But this duder right here does not go until
Oh,
like
wow.
way late in the initiative
Yeah.
order.
Right.
We're thinking,
So if you put some damage into this one,
yeah,
I love it.
that'll be the way
either
to go.
Sarai or I could take him out, and he won't even get to activate again. And
Okay.
then, likewise,
And then the scenario will
we
be
can-
done.
yeah, we can try to take out both of these before they activate.
Okay, so I can use a wild to do that, and then should I be boosting this?
Yeah, I think so because we
Okay.
just put a bunch of damage into this
Yeah.
this person
Yeah.
here, and your
Okay.
boosts are really good because
Yeah.
of your augmented strength.
Exactly, and then I
So
roll
Jess
these
is
two.
saying, I assume each character here has special attributes and traits that help with the decisions.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So so one of the things that we just actually brought up was I think we should have Javi boost here
Mhm.
because Javi has the augmented strength passive, which is unique to Javi.
I'll pull it up
Which
here.
means
There you go.
when Javi is boosting an attack, there's a bigger crit range essentially that's more likely to cause a critical hit, which is something that only Javi can do.
Right.
So if anyone is going to boost, you definitely want Javi to be able to boost.
Exactly. So am I rolling just the one or both?
You'll roll both of those dice.
Thank you. All right, here we go. Bam.
Come on, baby. Yes.
Boom!
Ha ha.
That's 5. Oh my gosh, you almost defeated this
Yes.
person all on your own right now.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous job.
Here for it, everybody. I'm here for it.
All right. That's pretty great.
Oh, you're welcome, Jess.
So-
If anybody wants to see anything close up, let me know. It's I know it's a bit far to see, but if there's something you want, just put it in the chat, and I will try my best to close up for you.
Yeah. Arbalist number 2 is next.
Mhm.
Let's roll a die here. They've got a weapon jam.
Oh, dear.
No effect.
Oh, what?
Yes!
Their crossbow
Yes!
jams up.
Amazing!
That is so good. We needed that. We needed that.
Yeah, we're getting some luck here. I think it started with those 3 wilds.
Yeah.
That we got, and then
And
I
certainly
think-
not when the duck riding a bear came through.
Exactly.
no, that didn't have anything to do with anything. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
All right, here we go. We've got a shield. We've got
Heyo.
a cow. We've got
Nice
this
diversity in
combo
that roll.
here.
Yeah.
I have
Good.
added a boot to the pool, so I get
Right.
to use my passive to take a step,
Nice.
and that gets me within range of
Mm.
that small human that I said I wanted to defeat. They are not protected or anything, and I only need to do 1 damage to get rid of them.
Yes.
So I'm just going to do a thwap.
Yeah.
Not even going to boost it.
Yep.
Exactly.
Here, I'll roll just in case, but
Yes!
That solidifies it.
3. All right. Here you go, bud. You can lay down right there.
Have a nap. See you later.
We'll reduce this. 2 damage has rolled over to the other one, but we don't need to worry about that.
Exactly.
Right.
Shaw.
All right. That was
poor
1
human's gonna
action.
Go away.
Yeah,
Good job!
Great.
I can't do another attack to take care of this guy right away, but I'm gonna make sure that going through and getting to Soraya, we're gonna not have too much trouble here. So
Right.
both of these dogs are gonna get to go. They're gonna be coming for you, Soraya. So I want to make sure that you've got plenty of shields in here.
Yeah, I love that.
So
Thank you.
I'm gonna convert this into a
Ready.
shield for you.
Yeah. That's
Thank
nice.
you.
All right. Doggo number 1. Let's see how this goes. We've got a boot. It's gonna chase down. Which one's number 1? This one. 1, 2, 3.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Oof, that escalated quickly.
It's gonna do an attack of 1 plus 2 dice.
Yeah.
Give those 2 dice a roll.
Oh.
I don't want to roll them. I'm
All right,
scared.
I'll do it. Two wilds incoming. Here we go.
There we go. Thanks, Cross Browser, for subscribing on Prime. Thank you so much.
Mm,
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. That seems bad.
I tried to
Hmm.
distract you all. What happened?
Yeah.
mm.
Well, wait a
Um,
minute.
So it rolled a boot, and a plus.
Oh,
Yeah, that seems bad.
That's not good.
You can see here the Gnarling Cur crits on boots, pows, and pluses. So this is 3 crits for a total of 4 damage.
So I'm gonna take trauma anyway.
Not necessarily. Let's see. You've got to protect, so that'll block
Yeah.
1 of it. We got to deal with the other 3. You can use a shield to block at least 2 of it. And if you wanted to, you could boost your defense in order to make sure you don't take any damage.
And who is this that we're rolling for, Nikki, just so I can show this up close?
This is the Gnarling Cur
Gnarling
currently.
Cur. Okay, let me just pull that up here. Oh, see if I can do that. There we go. So for those who just jumped in, if you look down on the bottom right of the screen that I'm showing you, Gnarling Cur, you'll see that. And then the dice that are rolled, the result, it tells you what happens when those symbols are rolled. So you can take a quick look at that. Okay.
Okay, so here's where we are in the game. So just being tactical, right?
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
dog is attacking me now, and it attacked me for a lot, and that's an owie. The next thing to act is the next dog,
Mm-hmm.
and then this arbalist, which I'm not particularly concerned about.
Well, Arbalist 3 doesn't even exist, so
Yeah,
it's
let's
just these 2 dogs.
Okay, and then it's my turn, and I'll take out the horned human.
Exactly.
Hopefully,
Yeah, that's
hopefully,
hopefully.
unless my roll is I'm not gonna jinx
So,
myself.
Jinx
We,
it.
So
we,
I'm gonna
we
use the
have 2
shield.
shields. I think if
Oh.
you boost it to make sure you don't take
Yeah.
the injury,
That's what I'm gonna
we'll
do.
still be fine.
Yes, that was
So you're
my
gonna block that.
that was my journey.
Yeah. All right. It is gonna threaten you,
Boo.
but so there's a chance here that this other dog rolls a shield or a wild and they howl and they don't even attack.
Okay, I like that. I like that option. Make it do that.
All right. Do you want me to roll it or do you want to roll it?
I don't know. I said I didn't want to roll, but then you hosed
But
me.
yeah, I said.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Smashing
Did
it.
we
Come
get
on.
it?
Wow.
Oh,
Okay, they're
fudge.
coming for you.
That was not good.
1, 2,
Fudge.
3. They are here. They're
Oh
gonna do
no.
an attack.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
that's so
Freaking
bad.
Bracken, son of a biscuit. Die.
Dun,
All right,
dun,
all right,
dun.
all right. So So this is an attack of 4.
Oh.
You are both protected and threatened, so it's still 4. You could block with the shield,
Yep.
boost it with the wild,
Okay.
And only take 1.
and if you roll a crit, you won't take any damage.
So roll well.
All right. Well, this is expert guy. I'm doing that, and then I'm gotta hope I roll well
Yep.
a number of times. Come on,
give her.
come on.
Oh, you rolled slightly too much. Look
Too
at
much.
that.
It was a little too much
Alright,
vigor on the die
alright.
roll.
Now the
You'll
dice
take
is.
1 damage.
But that's enough to sustain
That's
trauma
enough to
again.
give you another trauma. All right.
I'm so traumaful.
That
Oh no.
roll was traumatizing.
Guy.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
All right, so I'll pull this
You've
up
got-
so everybody
you've got
can see.
some dulled senses. We can add this to your list of things.
Yeah.
So what is this? I can't perform reactions unless I performed a ready action during my last turn. What? If I've had this trauma before, increase its damage value by 2. Dang, that's rough.
All right. So I've
Oops, I'm
here,
typing everywhere. Sorry.
making text. Here, we'll just
Thank you.
pop. All right. We'll just put that back in the deck.
Oh,
Yeah,
gee,
we've got some
thanks.
dulled senses here. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Oh my gosh. I gotta admit, Nikki, I'm kind of glad we're just doing this as like a demo, and I don't have to I mean, don't get me wrong, Soraya is awesome, but
Well,
yikes.
for the real time, now you know we got to get some shields in the pool. We got to ready some shields in there. We got to stay safe.
We got to get duck riding bears through
Bears,
through the house. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, Soraya, it is your turn.
Oh, okay.
You'll get to add 3 dice to the pool here.
You can do
I
it.
have to get.
faith.
Oh, look, I rolled a POW.
By
Okay,
accident.
one-
Everyone.
Come on, baby. Okay, come on. Yes.
There you go.
Oh,
Yes.
hey-o.
Okay.
Got it. Nailed it.
So I'm attacking the horned human. Bam, with my slam.
It's guaranteed to do enough damage.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
To end the
gonna.
scene here.
We don't have to do anything, so it pows it.
Yeah, there it is.
Bash.
Bye.
All right. So Legia and 3 others have been defeated. So we are going to read 46 in our books.
All right, let me scoochy here. So let me just
I appear to have closed my book somehow.
let's see here. So we're gonna close that, open that, and sorry, what number was it?
46.
Entry 46.
Thank you.
Around page 28-ish.
Okay, I'll go to 28 and find it. 46 is just above that, so that's perfect. Thank you. Whoop-de-doop. There it is. All right.
All
Are
right.
we reading this to ourselves or out loud?
Yeah, we'll read it out loud since it makes a nice story.
Yeah.
With a final strike, we send the bandit leader staggering through the shallow water. She glares at us through a stream of blood that runs down one side of her face. You'll regret this, she spits. Then she whistles, turns tail, and flees into the wilds to the west. The other bandits and hounds limp after, throwing curses and rocks in our direction. In their haste to retreat, one of them stumbles and fails to notice the glass vials that slip from his belt pouch. Despite our having scared them away, there are too many to easily track down and capture, but at least they've abandoned their attempt to loot the library. We'll collect their abandoned goods, so this action scene is over. That doesn't mean, I will point out, that our damage goes away. The damage is sort of a permanent,
Persistent.
we'll have to, a persistent thing. Thank you, that's the better word.
Right.
We're going to record on our adventure log that the bandits fled into the woods to the west. And we're also going to gain 2 healing potions, which is card 104, which is what that bandit dropped.
Mm.
And we're each going to gain 3 experience.
Oh.
And then we'll read a thing. So let's take care of some of this stuff right away here.
'Kay.
So we'll add the bandits fled into the woods to the west.
So do you want me to swing back into the TTS?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
swing in there so you can
Alright.
the stream can see what we've got going on.
All right, let me just. Whoop, too close.
Bandits fled into the woods to the west.
And where are you recording? Oh, up here. I see
We
it now.
are right over here.
Yeah, thank you. There we go.
So, in Tabletop Sim here, it's just like a little blob with a text box in it. In the actual game, it's actually the back of this map.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You get to record all of the text on the back of the map, and then when you're choosing locations of where to explore in the Vale, you'll get to like look at the actual map side of the map.
Okay, cool.
It also said that we gained 2 healing potions,
Mm-hmm.
which was card 104. So let me grab that real quick and pull that out here.
Okay. I can pull that up nice
Flip that over so
thank
you
you.
can read it.
Perfect. Oh, hold on
So
a
this
second.
lets us heal 3 damage when we drink it. So that's a pretty nice way to be able to heal some of this damage that we've taken.
Mm-hmm.
It says we got 2 of them.
We do have 2 of them, so we can give these to whoever we want. Both of you have taken more damage than me, so I would say maybe one goes to each of you, or maybe Soraya takes both of them since Soraya's getting beat up a lot.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, and that can just get recorded on your sheet. So there's a section for potions here.
Oh, I didn't see that there. Thank you.
And before
Yeah,
you
so you can
continue, Jess is has to run, but very happy they got to
Thanks.
see it. And best of luck on the Kickstarter, Nikki. So there you go.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a good night.
Okay, so healing potion. Am I taking 1 or am I taking 2?
Why don't you just take 2, and then
Yeah.
we can always trade them later.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's
I think
fine.
that's wise.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, and then it also said we gained 3 experience. For now, I'm just going to say let's remember that. We'll come back to it in a little bit and talk about experience more in depth.
Okay.
And it says we read entry number 3 in our books here.
Our books. All right, let me scoochy back over. And I have no idea what page that is. Any idea?
It's gonna be right near the beginning, probably like 11
10.
or 10.
Okay, let's go with 10.
Or 11, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. And it's number 3. Perfect. All right, there it is.
With the threat removed, we could take our time exploring the library ourselves. Still, it might be wise to go after the bandits right away. Even if we can't capture all of them, those we do capture can tell us where they came from and what they plan to do. One way or another, we're in this together. Let's consider our options and decide what to do next as a team. So it says we'll choose one. The formatting of these books, by the way, is not final, so this wouldn't be hanging off the bottom of a page like this in the real thing. Chase down the bandits before they get too far, or let the bandits go for now and search the library. How are we feeling?
Well, from a game, just like from a demo experience point of view, I'm kind of inclined just, outside of the game to say, let's search the library since we've kind of experienced a fight. I'd like to see what exploring does.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let's do that then.
Okay.
So we'll add Bandit's Trail 235 to the map. I can do that real quick.
Okay. Do we still need the book? Because I won't switch out if we are going to be in the
Yeah, we're going to read the book in a second here. Bandit's Trail. And we can show the map in a second here. And it says, we read 235. So we'll jump over to that entry. Around page 94.
Thank you. Okay, there it is.
With their attempt to break into the creamy library thwarted, the bandits fled west into the woods. Despite the danger, we know it's best to track them down. Did I pick the wrong one?
That's the one I see at 235, unless that's not the right number.
I might have read the wrong.
I'm going back to look right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, 279.
279.
Cool. Thank you. 279.
Which is like 114 or 113.
Thank you.
Switching between tabletop and the books got me confused.
Yeah, 279 you said?
279.
279. Rather than pursue the bandits, we attend to our wounds and look over the library's overgrown exterior. The bandits are a threat that will have to wait for another day. Record on our adventure log that we let the bandits escape for now.
Okay.
All right, let me just...
I'm sure that will definitely not come back to bite us in any way in the future.
Of course not.
Because
for now.
roaming bandits are never a bad thing. That doesn't sound bad.
And we're adding Bandit's Trail 1-2 or 139.
Yes.
Something that observant viewers may have noticed is that's actually a different number
Mm-hmm.
than if we had chosen the other option. So things will change based on our decisions here.
I love it.
After a short rest and some snacks, we decide we're ready to continue our adventure for the day. We'll approach the library's main door. We read 194.
Okay.
That's page 81.
Thank you.
The cracked stone facade of the once iconic building has been reclaimed by swaths of moss and creeping vines. Anywhere else in the world, one would assume this building had been abandoned for more than a decade. But here in the Vale, the plants grow more aggressively. It has only been a few months since the meteor struck the library. The creamy library was built with rolling masonry doors that are common in large public buildings. The mechanism is simple enough. The door is a heavy disc of hewn stone set into a masonry frame. Pressing against the door causes the slab to shift forward and roll to the side.
The circular frames of rolling doors are very sturdy. They have to be to keep the mechanism from breaking too easily. The circular frames keep ruins like these from completely collapsing, but we're bound to run into a few that are too damaged to function. Perhaps the bandits weren't expecting this style of door, but to be fair,
Wait. So you skipped past Javi's entry there.
Yeah.
Okay, how in my book it doesn't show Javi having a.
It has the gear and then a ... right?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, you're good.
I apologize.
You're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the ellipses there is an indicator that the other player's text is omitted from your book.
I didn't realize that because in the previous scenario, like segment that we did, they actually had like the lead line. I apologize.
Sure. No, you're good. All right, what does Javi have to say?
Okay. I've always loved these rolling stone doors. There's something aesthetically pleasing about watching them open, though the newer artifice doors equipped with motion sensors are more convenient.
All right, and mine says, I run my fingers along the stone frame. Nature has started to reclaim this place. There are vines between the stones carving a home for themselves. Within a couple more months, these walls will be more botany than masonry. All right, and then you can continue.
Suze?
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I'm missing my cues everywhere. Perhaps the bandits weren't expecting this style of door, but to be fair, we do have to press against the door particularly hard before it opens with the grinding of the smooth stone. We step inside and read 277.
All right. It's page 108 or thereabouts.
Okay. Perfect.
We step into the main hall, careful to avoid small piles of open books scattered near the entryway. Rows of moss-covered bookshelves have toppled to the stone floor, spreading their contents among the rocks and debris. The floor tiles are ringed with weeds and saplings, while twisting vines hang like window drapes. The entire room is illuminated by dusty rays of light streaming through a circular hole in the ceiling where a meteor struck. On the floor below, within an impact crater, a large tree grows, enveloped in that ring of light.
Ooh.
Javi?
How tragic that all these books were left here in this state. Vines and trees are using them as mulch. We'll have to salvage everything we can.
And then Soraya?
Because we got it. The musty smell of books is unmistakable. Javi is fascinated by books, but I prefer oral traditions for obvious reasons.
Certainly the structure and shape of a library exists here, but the wilds have truly begun to reclaim this place. Lush greenery drapes every surface, and tree branches reach through broken windows to drop their seeds inside. It looks more like a forest clearing than a library. We'll take our time searching. We explore map 630.
Ooh. New map.
So do we just swing back over to TTS for this one?
Nope, this is still in our books.
Okay.
So this is around page 245.
I see.
Oh, okay.
And sorry, remind me the number again.
245 is the page, and 630 is the map that we're looking at.
Okay, let me go back a bit here. Oops, 630. Come on.
Oh, I see how that works. Okay, cool. It's page 251 for me.
Yeah, 240 for me. So yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Cool. I'll just shrink it down a little bit. Okay.
All right. So we have this top-down image of this library here. You can see the big crater there with the tree that it described. And we can see some numbers in here as well. So for instance, you can see that 80 with an arrow pointing at the door at the very
Oh,
bottom.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's where we just came from. There's a 58 pointing at that door over on the left. What other numbers are you seeing in there?
232. The tree in the crater.
Yeah, I see a 232 on that tree. That's pretty
See
good.
123 by the table and chair.
123 by the table and chair. I don't see a 123 in my book.
I see
A 128?
Yeah.
Where?
On the on the table.
I see 123 on the floor.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we've got some unique numbers there. Straya is seeing one over there on the floor. It looks like Javi is seeing one on, that's actually a bookshelf over on the
bookshelf.
right
Sorry.
there.
I'm half blind.
Oh, yeah,
and
I don't
then-
see that one. Oh,
Yeah, and I
Nikki,
actually
this
have
is
one.
so cool. That's so cool.
Farah has a 40 on the floor, sort of overlooking the crater.
Okay.
So in order to search any of these spots,
There's another number too. 52.
oh yeah, there's a 52 over there by that other door.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so these are all different things that we can search in this map. So all we have to do in order to search one of these is just go to that entry in our book. So what do you think we should search first here?
Should we search a common number that everybody has?
Sure, then we can do it together.
Yeah. So let's see. There's
58.
58? Yeah, 58 looks like a good one.
58? Okay.
Page 34.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh, Nikki, this is so cool. I cannot imagine the information management,
Yeah.
but this is so cool.
Agreed.
Many spreadsheets.
Yeah, I would imagine. Holy cow.
All right. The stone door rolls aside to reveal a more familiar sight. In this smaller reading room, the bookshelves are arranged in orderly rows like partitions, creating small spaces for tables and chairs. The walls show cracks of stress from where the impact shifted the stone, but are otherwise pristine. What do you got for us, Javi?
Yeah, this is nice. I can't help but state as I recall the countless hours I spent researching in ancient cozy nooks like these. A shame it had to be abandoned. Search the room we explore map 237.
Which is page 100 for me.
Okay.
96 for me. So it might be
Somewhere in that.
before 96 for you.
Somewhere in that zone.
Was it 237? Yeah, okay, here we go.
All right, so
I
we've
love
got
the art and the maps too. Like the
Yes.
map art here is just great.
Agreed.
Yeah. We've got a different room here. We actually came through this door, the one that's labeled 630. And I'll say again, these aren't final like number graphics on these.
Right.
So like that 630 is just white.
Sure,
It kind of
yeah.
stands out. They'll be better part of the art than just how these are looking right now.
No problem.
So that 630 is going to lead us back into that other room that we just came from if we want to go explore all the cool stuff that we saw in there. But there's some other things that we can see in here. For instance, I can see a 222 on this bookshelf at the top. And I see a 32 on this like little corner bookshelf right above the door.
Nope, I don't have that one.
Okay, what do you see?
I have a 265 just under the 222. There's another just beside the shelf, 265. Okay.
Okay.
I see a 59 near the bookshelf with the shiny blue thing in the middle of the room.
Okay. What seems interesting here? What should we search?
I want to look at a shelf of some sort. So one of the numbers that lets us look at shelves is what I want to see. I don't particularly care which one though.
Okay. Do you want to look at the shelf that you can see?
Yeah.
That we couldn't?
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. So I would go to page or entry 59 on mine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is page 100 just for future. So 59. Is that what I said?
Yes, that's what you
Yes,
just
yeah.
said.
You know, numbers are hard. I'm trying to, because like normally you can put your finger in a book or bookmark it, right? And we
Right.
can
Yeah,
flip, but
yeah,
here
it's a
we're
little easier with
scrolling
the
in a
physical
PDF.
books.
So, okay, 59. I stroll slowly among the shelves, letting my fingers brush the spines of the books and listening to their words. I can hear the dreams of many hopeful young artisans throughout the many years this branch served to educate. Inquisitive artificers, methodical woodworkers, steadfast smiths, calm botanists. Eventually, I sense the familiar resolve of young masons eager to serve their communities. Masons always seem to pour that resolve into their work. It's part of what makes masonry so resilient to wear and tear of everyday use, and it inspires me to keep doing my best. Pull a few from the shelf and place them in my bag.
Mm.
I add adamant to my rune dictionary, and I return to the bookmarked map.
All right. This is going to be a little tricky to do with the tabletop, but we're going to pull it off.
Of course.
So, Mandy, if I
Yes.
can have you direct your camera back into Tabletop Simulator,
Yeah. Let me just.
and then
pause it. Okay.
way over on the right near the bottom,
Oh, on the bottom. Okay. Yeah, I see it.
we've got this rune dictionary with some various symbols drawn here. This is Soraya's rune dictionary. And what we are going to do is, Suzanne, if you can copy in that rune that you just saw in your
Yes.
book.
Oh boy.
Where do I do it?
It's adamant.
Yes.
Is the
So
thing.
AD.
Yeah, so we're gonna put it up here.
Oh
I'll
boy.
type that in for you.
Testing your artistic skills here.
Yeah, very very tough with tabletop sim.
Well,
I'll
the
be-
reality is the pen is
It's
really
thick,
like
yeah.
yeah, we can't affect the thickness of the pen,
Right.
sadly.
That's okay.
yeah,
I mean,
and
we get the
there's
idea.
like a dot in the middle. So.
But yeah,
It looks much better in the book. Okay, there's adamant.
all right. There's adamant. All right.
Kinda. Oh, it's so bad. Okay.
All right, and then that entry should say that you return to the bookmarked map, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
All right. Are we going back to the books or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll head over back to the books.
All
Mandy, do you want to read your super secret personal shelf as well?
Yeah. So that's 265. You're gonna have to all give me a minute to find it. What did I say? 265. Yeah.
Oh, C-D says you can change the thickness of the pen by pressing minus.
Oh,
Heyo!
Wow. Look at that. C-D. Woo. I think you just let out some magic tricks here. This is great. I'm not in the screen, so if you fixed it.
It's so much better.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, my life has changed.
Amanda, what game changer? Yes, that is exactly what has happened here, everyone.
Incredible. Thank you so much.
All right, shall I read entry 265?
Yes, please.
Okay. Sorry, there was a lot of excitement there for a minute. I immediately begin reading title after title, pulling down volumes and blowing dust from their covers. There are some advanced manuals on many different subjects. I stow a couple in my bag as I find them for later research, including a biography of philosopher Nejem for Ignacio to read. After scouring nearly all of the books, I notice an artifice device sitting atop the highest ledge. As I reach for it, I bump against the shelf and my target tumbles down and into the gap beside the wall. I'm about to ask for help to move the shelf when I remember a recent addition to my prosthetic. I flex my artifice fingers as I visualize the crystal embedded in my forearm. By focusing my will through the crystal, I can create a field of gravity that extends beyond my physical reach. I peek into the narrow gap and see the trinket. I hold my palm close to the gap and concentrate. The wayward trinket nudges and slides toward me, collecting a mess of dust bunnies in the process. When it's finally close enough, I snatch it up and blow the dust off. The clock isn't ticking. Prima materia, quintessence, ether. Many names have been used to describe the substance that powers artifice devices. In its refined form, the red powder can be burned as a power source, but it can also be used to create metal alloys, making them stronger, lighter, and more flexible. Harvest the clock's components and power source. I gain 1 brass and 3 materia. I return to the bookmarked map.
Okay. So we can do that on your character sheet as well if you want to
Yeah,
hop
scooch on over
over
there.
into.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
And this time we're way over on the left.
Okay, let me just doopy doopy doop.
And I'll remind everyone that in the physical space, getting to this is just like turning your character sheet over.
Yeah.
A little bit easier.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that as amazing as technology is, there's a reason
there's
so many
limits.
of us love board games, and analog is delightful.
Right.
Yeah. So we've got some components here on your list. We've got materia, iron, brass, gold, and quartz.
Cool.
So we can give you that 3 materia you said and 1 brass.
Nice.
And those will be useful for crafting stuff later on.
Nice.
And actually, during setup, we were supposed to have given you an iron and a brass. So I'm just going to do that now.
Sure.
Since I forgot to do it.
Yeah, that's okay. There you go.
All right. So let's take a look at this map again. So map 237 is where we were, this little reading room.
Okay. Yep. And let me just switch out of this here. Boink, boink.
Yep.
All right.
There was a shelf over here on this right side, 32, that neither of you could see. So I'm going to go and read that real quick.
Okay.
Great.
Perfect.
Let's see. 32. I approach a corner shelf filled with brightly colored books, hoping to find manuals regarding tailoring. Instead, these books are about botany, the magic of sculpting plants to suit your needs. This manual explains some of the details of how to manipulate a plant's growth using quintessence-infused soil. This particular text is about how to use this method for decoration, but botanists, arborists specifically, have used these same methods to grow trees in the shapes of bridges, buildings, and even ships in some cases. I haven't formally studied this subject, but I've been teaching myself for years. I stow a few of these texts in my bag, a fine addition to my collection. Continue searching elsewhere. I return to the bookmarked map.
Okay.
All right. What else was in this room that we could search?
Did we do 222? That was the one I think we all had in common.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't
we
think
haven't done that
have
one yet.
Yeah, so we can go
All right,
through
let's do that one next.
All right.
Somewhere
We
about
shouldn't be
page
too
90.
far before
Yeah.
this.
I think I found it here. Yeah, it's 89 for me. Perfect.
All right. The northern wall is dominated by massive shelves of books with colorful spines. A quick glance reveals these shelves house books on the craft of writing itself, storytelling, and such. A quick glance over the titles doesn't pique my interest. I'm more interested in the plant life. Strangely, some vines are creeping along the edges of the shelf. Soraya?
Oh, I always forget because there's 2 blippy blips, but we don't have our 4th character. I glide my fingers along the spines. These are the kinds of books I'm most interested in. They're always so full of emotion and excitement. Both the creators and the readers lend so much energy. A wave of nostalgia washes over me as I remember laying in bed as a child while my mother reads me the story of the 3 wee hares.
I don't mind a good fiction now and then, but I've never thought about creating them myself. I bag a couple just to add to mine Ignacio's library, though. My eyes fall on one title that piques my interest: Hidden Doors and Their Practical Applications. I rest my fingers on the spine and close my eyes. I let my consciousness slip away and the world around me vanishes. An image of the book appears in the dark. Not just the book, but the whole shelf. A man turns the corner, looking over his shoulder to ensure no one is watching. Then he pulls the book forward, and the shelf swings open. I open my eyes, still able to hear the creak of the hinges hidden along the edge of the shelf. And then there's a choose one.
All right, so I have see where the vines are coming from. Looks like Harina would have an option if she were here.
And then I have
Or
pull the book forward. We read 264.
do you want to pull on that obvious secret lever there?
Yes, I think that's good. So let's go to 264. Bear with me because I need to find this page.
264. Somewhere under 105.
Okay,
Page
thank
105.
you. Okay, there we go. 264. Perfect.
Perfect. As the tome slides forward, we hear a metallic click, and the entire shelf swings toward us on creaky hinges. The hidden portal reveals a secret office on the other side of the wall. A comfortable-looking sofa rests along the wall nearest the door, watching over a pair of massive bookshelves. On our right stands a marble column topped with a marble bust. The center of the room is dominated by a large desk with a plaque that reads, Private Office of Celestine Benitez, Librarian and Author. Record on our adventure log that we discovered the secret office of Celestine Benitez. The small office would feel quite cozy if it weren't for the huge bookshelf that has fallen forward and dumped its contents onto the desk and floor. We'll search the office by exploring map 839.
Oh my. All right, that's really deep in there. I'll wait.
You're probably going to be close to like page 300.
Okay, thank you. That's 839. I'm looking.
They're big books, everybody. We got well over 300 pages in these books.
Oh my gosh.
So 311. There we go. 839.
Nice. All right, so we got a smaller little office here. We got a cool couch there. Obviously 15 is going to take us out of this room. That's fine. What other numbers do you see?
I see 26 on the, I don't know if that's a table or a shelf. Looks like a broken shelf.
Yeah, looks like a fallen shelf there.
So 26.
I see that too.
And then 275 at a bookshelf at the back.
I see that
I see
too.
that one.
Okay, I think that's all I can see.
Okay.
I see 166 by that statue or armor or whatever in the bottom right.
Okay. I can see a 165 on the couch.
Okay.
What are we most interested in here?
Statue could be cool. Or the armor, excuse me.
Yeah, do you want to check out that statue?
Sure, if you give me a moment to scrolled too far. There we go.
Oh no, I do that all the time.
Okay.
Get a little feisty.
I trace the outline. Oh, it's a marble bust. I trace the outline of the marble bust. Fancy ruffled shirt, square jaw with some nicely textured facial hair and a bit of curl to the mustache. Loops of smooth hair curls. I tap my knuckles on the bust's forehead. It's hollow. After a moment of fiddling, I notice the nose is loose. I press the feature in, whispering, boop, to myself. I hear the grind of smooth marble as a secret compartment in the chest opens up. Inside, a glass vial whispers to me. Materia is what binds magic to our creations, but there's something about it that has always bothered me. When I touch refined materia powder, it's as if I can hear it speaking to me, not with one voice, but with many. To say the effect is unsettling is an understatement. Pocket the vial. I gain 3 materia, and then I return to the bookmark map.
All right.
So do you want me to swing over to?
No, I'm just going to mark it on my
You're just gonna
character
mark
sheet.
it? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty similar to how your character sheet was that we already saw. So
Okay, excellent.
I'm gonna check out this couch here.
Okay.
So 165 is what I'll go read.
And anybody, if you have questions or you're just jumping in, please let us know. We're happy to. Nikki's happy to answer those questions for you.
Yeah, of course. No way, I squeal and then regain my composure. How lovely, I say, trying to contain my excitement as I lift up a wool blanket draped across the arm of the sofa. An Angora serape, bold stripes of color, sharp-edged diamond patterning, plush texture, absolutely phenomenal. The small line of mold has taken over a corner of the piece, though. It simply has to be repurposed, right? I'll add the blanket to my bag to be repurposed later. I gain 1 wool, and I return to the bookmarked map.
Oh, okay. Pretty straightforward.
Nikki, in this game, is there generally are there reasons why you would not explore everything in a room?
That's a good question.
There may occasionally be times where something bad will happen to you if you make a decision, but typically that's going to be broadcast by the actual thing. So, like,
Okay.
if it's just a couch and we're just exploring, there's not really a reason to suspect it's going to be bad for you.
Got it.
Okay.
And we hope that players will, explore everything that they want to.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. Which should we check out next? We got this broken shelf, and we had that shelf over on the left.
So we can
Broken
check
shelf,
the
broken shelf.
Yeah, broken looks good. So that's 26.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Way
I just want to
back in
scrolling
the
as
beginning.
much as possible.
Yep.
Oh,
We got to
my
scroll
bad.
as much as can be.
Oh.
But thereabouts page 20 or 21?
Okay. 26. Yep, that's good. There we go. Got it.
We won't be able to search the desk with this fallen shelf in the way. Working together, we're able to stand it against the wall once more. But as the pile of books on the desk tumbles to the floor, we're horrified to discover a corpse
Oh,
still sitting
no!
at the desk,
Woo.
a masculine figure with graying hair. We were told the building had been cleared of people. The search and rescue team at the time must not have known about this secret office, and the poor fellow must have been trapped under the shelf. We can report this once we're back in the city, but for now, we should continue our search. We removed several books so that we can more easily lean the body back in their chair.
As we situate the body, my fingers touch bare skin. Immediately, a chilling sensation shoots up my arm, and it feels like I'm falling backward, out of the world, into darkness. I finish writing a line in my journal, then stretch my arms as I reread the last sentence. I'm just about to stow my pen when I hear a massive crashing sound from somewhere in the library, followed by screams. The ground trembles, and I hear books toppling behind me. A flash of blinding pain across the back of my head and neck, then nothing but darkness. I gasp and scream, stumbling backward and collapsing against the wall. I can't catch my breath or find my bearings. What just happened? And it's telling me to choose one. Describe what I saw. I and whoever reacts first, just the two of us, read 238, or search the desk and we read 113. What are we thinking?
Suzanne's facial expression didn't even change, so I'm going to take that as not reacting.
What? So my book, it's interesting as like you're reading what you see, but
Right.
it doesn't match what I see. So
Mhm.
yeah, I had not realized that there would be other options. So because there's an option presented in my book, and so I'd already scrolled to that. I didn't realize there was going to be another option. So
So what
So you're just kind of looking at things in advance here.
No, I was trying to be prepared to help, tell Mandy where to go in the book and all that other good stuff.
All right, Mandy, do you want to describe what you saw in your vision? What was the number?
238.
238. All right. Soraya, why don't you go to 238 as well and react to what Javi has seen?
All right, I gotta find it here first. Okay, there we go. 238. Getting there, everybody. And we are there. Okay. So, shall I read this?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The air in the room is still and quiet except for our startled breathing. You're crouched near me, visibly concerned. I blink a few times, breathing deeply to calm my racing heart. After a moment, I've calmed down enough.
Hold up.
Sorry. There's dots. I saw that. Sorry.
Okay. I couldn't feel your presence in the room for the briefest moment, just like when you have your visions. Did you see something from the body? Yep.
After a moment, I've calmed down enough to speak. I think I saw the past, or more like his memories of the meteor impact.
I let this sink in for a moment. Your visions aren't just limited to objects then, but apply to people as well?
I don't. That's never happened before. It's like my mind was inside his body for a moment, but his past. I suddenly realize I have a splitting headache. And it says, rest a couple of minutes before continuing our search of the desk. We, all of us, read 113.
Okay.
Oh, not that.
As we pick through the many books, returning them to the shelf, we find a series of journals dating back nearly 2 decades. The most recent journal is dated 2 years ago. Why would the journal stop 2 years back if the meteor struck the library only a few months ago?
Mm-hmm.
We flip through the pages of the journal. The author, Celestine Benitez, frequently references 2 artisans, an engineer, Professor Mumbi Kamau, and a dietitian, Dr. Mizutani Tomiko. The journal speaks of the 2 as old friends and often mentions their theories regarding materia and the Philosopher's Stone.
Wait, like lead into gold? Elixir of life? That Philosopher's Stone? I thought it was just a fairy tale my mother told me.
It's a myth, I scoff. The stone is just an old story turned legend from the early days of artistry, something that fantastical couldn't truly exist.
The 3 artisans' interest was all for amusement, of course, until Kamau proposed the theory of condensed energy. The following pages detail a plan to build an artifice device called an energy condenser, which can break down matter into raw energy and store it in a condensed form. The 3 thought this might actually result in, quote, the creation of a philosopher's stone. Could that really work, I wonder out loud? It does make sense. Plants are able to naturally break down quintessence into energy.
The hairs on the back of my neck prickle as I recall the countless whispering voices I hear when I touch materia. Take the journal with us. Record on our adventure log that Celestine Benitez, Mumbi Kamau, and Mitsutani Tomiko plan on crafting a philosopher's stone, and we return to the bookmarked map.
The bookmarked map, by the way, is 839.
Got it. So I know that, Mandi, it's getting late for you. Nikki, being familiar with the game, does it feel like we're getting close to a natural break, like not breaking, but like resting point in the story? Or do you think that maybe we should wrap it up as we've kind of gotten a sense of where the story's going and the mechanisms of kind of how we explore?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of what the exploration is like. If we were to finish fully exploring this library here, we've done about half of that so far, maybe a little more than half in terms of time commitment for exploring the library.
Yeah.
So if we have some time left in the stream, but not a lot, should we kind of pause this and talk about like experience or crafting or something? Is that something you'd like to see?
Yeah,
that'd probably be a good idea. Do you need me to switch to the TTS, or is this something?
Yeah, we can switch back over to Tabletop Sim here.
All right.
Just so we can kind of go through a little bit more of the game, and then just be understanding of poor Mandi being a little bit later in the evening for them.
Yeah, of course. If you want to join me up here at the top left. So something that people may have realized as we were kind of scanning around different people's character sheets is our advancement grids are different for each character. So for me, that's this giant green kind of grid looking thing. This is where we spend experience. So we gained 3 experience from that scene earlier that we did. So I would be able to, for instance, use that experience to fill in some of these dots here. So like, let's see, I could get to, I'm starting here at the center, and I can fill in dots that are connected to the center or dots I've previously filled.
Right.
So I can go toward parkour or dodge or kick. We took a lot of damage this time. I think I want to dodge to kind of keep us more safe here. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, and there's a number 3 right there.
Mm.
So what that means is I'm going to grab card number 3
Got it.
out of the deck real quick, and then I'll bring that up to that
Sure.
same part
And then
of
I can
the
make it large
screen
for people to
so that we
see.
can see it.
I have to admit, Mandy, I quick glanced at your leather buckler that's or waiting to be crafted, or Farah's leather buckler, and I was like, wait, who got a pie?
Like, I want the
It
pie.
looks like a pie.
It does look like a pie. I'll have to craft you a pie.
Oh, that would be amazing.
All right, so card number 3 here, it's an advancement card, and it says, apply the sticker that corresponds to the ability just unlocked. After applying the sticker, archive this card. I have unlocked Dodge. So when I learn Dodge, I apply sticker B from the back of this card to my character sheet, replacing the Defend reaction. Okay, so we'll flip this over and see what this looks like. Here is the Dodge.
Oh, cool.
Is that... What side of the card is showing for you, Mandy?
The advancement. There, now it's... I clicked on it, now it's showing the other side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just weird tabletop glitch.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to take this Dodge sticker off of this card, and it said to replace my Defend reaction. So I'm just going to put that right there on my sheet.
So cool.
That's neat. Yeah.
So what this has done for me is now it's still block 2 plus a die. It didn't get better in that sense, but I can now spend boots or shields in order to do this.
Nice.
Which means if I'm going to take some damage, I can actually use some of those extra boots that we got hanging around. And that way the shields we can save those shields for the 2 of you to be able to use.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another benefit of this is because it's a boot or a shield to activate this ability, both of those count as crits.
That's really great.
Rolling the dice.
That's
so
amazing. That's so
it
good.
increased my chance of not taking damage there. That's pretty good. And then that was all I got from this card. So this card goes back into our card index, which in the physical game is just like a box of cards.
Okay, but here we're just tossed them over there.
Yeah, we'll just toss them over there in a pile.
Yeah.
All right. So that was my 3 experience. That's kind of how the experience works.
I love
So,
that
like,
system. That's so cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and it's different for everybody. So like we could see on Soraya's sheet,
in the bottom right,
with that 3 experience, you would be able to get to the Shield Ally ability if you wanted. Or you could start moving toward other abilities like Disrupt or Knockback, which take a little bit of extra experience, but can do other things for you.
Nikki, question for you on that front. Are we able to know what those abilities are before we make our choice here? Or is it kind of just part of the exploration of the game that you kind of have to read what it is and kind of gauge what you think it does? And then when you pull the card, you get what you get.
Yeah, it's up to you as a player. So if you want to kind of let the game go and you don't want to kind of peek too much into what's going to be coming down the storyline for you, you could just go based on the names here. If you think, oh, Shield Ally sounds really good, I want to be able to defend my allies, I can do that. But if you are the type of player that wants to, look at all of these different things and sort of plan out a route of how you would want to build your character, that's also something you're allowed to do. So for instance, we see like, oh, Disrupt is card 59. If I go to Disrupt, what would that actually give me? So we'll grab card 59 out of the deck here real quick. And here is the Disrupt skill that we would be able to get for you.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah,
and so then I can make my decision accordingly, but
yeah. And then like if you don't end up gaining this right now, you can just put that back into the index. All of the cards are uniquely numbered, so they're in the index in numerical order, so they're nice and easy to find. And you can just put this back in there at the same slot that it came out of. So yeah, that's something you can do in order to just kind of take a peek at like what's coming up and what you might want to do. We can take a quick look at Javi's as well. Javi's is actually a little different than the others because Javi's advancement grid and Javi's crafting ability are one and the same. So in this grid, you'll notice there's a number of these nodes that don't have an icon in them. Those are the nodes that can get filled in with experience. So that 3 experience we gained could, for instance, fill down this line toward telekinesis plus.
Right.
It could fill down this way toward kinetic shield, or maybe up toward arm blade if that was something you were interested in, or in any of the other directions. But you will notice that some of these nodes do have an icon in them, and it matches these same icons from your component list.
Right.
Those nodes can only be filled in by spending that material type as part of a crafting session. So Javi's just kind of baseline skills are a little more difficult to get into than the other characters,
Okay.
but they tend to be a little stronger as well to kind of balance that.
Very cool.
So yeah, that actually leads into talking about crafting a little bit. So for instance, we can talk about how does Javi craft, since that's important for getting these skills and unlocking these things. During interludes, which is sort of the thing that happens between our adventures. Essentially, if we finished exploring the library here, we would all draw an interlude card, and the options on those would also give us the ability to craft.
Right.
When Javi is crafting, you can spend up to 5 components, whichever ones you want, and you get to fill in that same number of those nodes on your sheet. So if you, for instance, were like, oh, we took some damage this time, I want to spend that 3 experience going toward kinetic shield, on a crafting session in our interlude, you'd be able to spend a materia and a quartz to finish this circuit for the
That's
kinetic
cool.
shield,
Yeah.
and then you would gain card 8, just like how we were showing for Farah and Soraya.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that
So it works the same way whether you're getting skills, which are on this side of the sheet, or new items, which are on this side of the sheet. So there's like things like the grappling wire or the strobe flare, or a beam saber down here in your sort of late game crafting ability, are all different things that Javi can craft.
Cool. I like this Javi character.
We looked a little bit at Farah's ability to craft earlier on. That's at the top left.
With the buckler, yep.
Yeah, it's with the buckler. So Farah gains these inspirations throughout the adventure. For instance, in that crater with the tree growing in that first room in the library, there's actually another inspiration from there that will unlock another sticker for this pinboard. And as these numbers get revealed on this pinboard, that's when I get to gain cards out of the index. And these all tell me how I can craft them. So for instance, this leather buckler, it says I can spend a cotton, a leather, and a materia in order to apply the guard sticker to the front of the card. And that way we can have this slightly better than a normal defend block available to us. And in this case, I can even spend some more materials later to upgrade this item, another wool and 2 more materia, so that its base block is actually a 3. So I can make this, nice, good defensive item here. And that's kind of how Farah's stuff works. Though a lot of Farah's things are also worn items. So armor in this game, there's 3 different slots. You can come over to my normal character sheet here. You can see there's the armor, there's shoulders, arms, and legs slots.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And when we unlock and equip armor, it's actually a mechanical sticker that goes into one of these slots, but then also a cosmetic sticker that gets applied to your character's art. So let me find one of those real quick.
I mean, who doesn't love decorating the character? I know for myself, I'm all about. It's like I come back to being a kid. I love that stuff.
Yeah, here I'm gonna grab the.
I'm with you.
Oh wait, that one's not. Here we'll use this tough hide jacket. All right, so this is one of the items that Farah is able to get, or able to craft at some point. I can craft this with 2 leather and a wool and 2 materia, and it applies the mechanical sticker to my shoulder slot, this cool jacket.
Nice.
And I can just pop that sticker right onto my character sheet, and now I've got
Oh,
this
I
cool
love
That is
it.
jacket.
quite
It's
the
so great.
bolero, everybody. I'm all about the bolero jacket.
Yeah, and they look different for everyone. So you may have noticed over here,
Yes.
Soraya's is this sort of
Let's see. Hold on.
darker burgundy
Right.
jacket.
It goes with my aesthetic. Absolutely.
So they're different for everybody based on, you know, the aesthetics that they have and the types of things that Farah wants to make for them.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's Farah's crafting, and then Soraya's down here in the bottom. I can't. My directions.
It's okay. I found
bottom
it.
right. Soraya uses these runes. We gained an adamant rune a little bit ago, and in order to use these, you actually use these to upgrade existing items. So here, I'm going to drag over your hammer and your shield.
Oh.
These
Oh.
are things that can get upgraded by this.
Okay. Okay.
Some viewers may have realized that there's this like 2 arrows circling each other next to the card number, indicating there's something on the back of this card that we can take a look at.
Pull that up so you can see the arrows, everybody, in the bottom right.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. Yep.
Tabletop Sim is going to glitch. All right, so this says, Soraya can feel this item's emotions and will by reading 336 in her book. Doing so allows her to enhance this item with runes. So this is your mother's hammer. Suze, would you like to quickly look at 336 in your book and see what that says?
Yes, I would. I'm getting there. I'm scrolling. Okay. Passed down from mother to child twice now, the hammer is glad to be held and put to good use. It will do anything for those it loves, and it loves fiercely. So my crafting options are ferocious prowess, which costs 2 materia, and I can apply sticker A, replacing the attack effect of the slam action.
So that would increase the damage of the hammer.
Or adamant zeal, cost 2 materia, apply sticker B to the empty space of the slam action.
So that one allows you to convert a die to a plus in the pool, effectively meaning that if you boosted, you could just get to like boost kind of for free. You can use any die to boost, essentially.
Right. And then prestigious purpose costs 2 materia, and I gain a forge blast, which is a whole separate card.
All right. What's the card number on that one, by the way?
117.
117. I'm just going to pull that out.
While you're doing that, thank you for the subscription and the follow. We might very much appreciate it.
All right, so here's the Forge Blast ability that you could unlock eventually for this hammer. You can see this
Woo!
is a unique skill. It requires the mother's hammer, so only someone who's holding the hammer can equip this skill. But it does a huge attack in an area. It even affects 3 spaces all at once.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's pretty expensive, though. It costs a POW and a plus in order to use this ability. But it's pretty big.
Worth it.
Pretty big hit.
I love it.
Yeah, so that's how you unlock these. Each of those mentioned a rune pair. So of the runes that you have here, I think one of these might already be available too. We have Zeal and what was the other one? Was it Adamant Zeal? Maybe was one of the pairs?
Adamant Zeal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so since you just unlocked Adamant, you can actually do Adamant Zeal, and whichever sticker that is or of effect, that'd be a thing you could apply.
Got it. I see how that works. Okay, cool.
That's pretty neat, actually.
I like how each character is in the same realm of play, but definitely unique. That's very, very fun.
Yeah. And a lot of people have different items that you can actually enhance with this. So like these 2 items, your shield and your hammer, have them, but also, for instance, Farah's staff here has some abilities on it that Soraya can unlock.
Right.
Or Harenia starts with a slingshot as well, and that's one of the other things that we could enhance. So there's lots of cool items that we'll find over the course of the game that Soraya can upgrade.
Sorry to interrupt. It seems we have a raid. We are nearing the end of the stream, but Benita,
just at the end. Benita,
come in with a raid. We appreciate all of you. Raid. Thank you so much. But we'll do like a final summary of everything. So if you have questions, thank you for the follow, Slackfish. If you have questions, now's the time to get them in before we end off. But we're gonna have a little chat after, so that'll be a good time. So throw those questions in the chat box for us.
So yeah, that's kind of Most of the game, we talked about, experience and unlocking new skills. We talked about each of the characters crafting. We got to see some action scene and some exploration.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's most of the game. Did the
Wow.
have any questions while we're maybe
what?
waiting for some chat to give us questions?
Yeah, you know what? We can. I'm gonna swing over. Unless we need TTS, I'm gonna swing over to the other main scene.
Sure.
Yeah,
Of
is that all
course.
right? Okay, excellent news. There we go. So, oh my goodness, the stream. They're all coming in. So many.
Hey everybody. Thanks for being here. We actually just wrapped up like a 3-hour stream of Artisans of Splendent Vale. It's on Kickstarter now. This isn't a sponsored stream or anything. We just got really excited to try the game, and Nikki was kind enough to offer their time to teach on TTS. So we kind of went through the first scenario and then got partway through the second scenario, learned all about the mechanisms, and we were talking about crafting and experience and exploration. We talked about battle. So, if you're interested, there's lots of great videos on Artisans of Splendent Vale, but we just finished up and got to really dig into a lot of different elements. Thank you, Nikki, so much for walking us through this.
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead.
Do you know if this is going to be a VOD for people to watch if they missed?
So what we will do is it'll stay here on Twitch, but we also download them, and we have a YouTube channel that we kind of use more as a repository, but it will at least be there forever. So we can definitely pop that link out on social media, and we can provide that to you as well, Nikki, if you would like to share that. So absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be great. Then all these people that are joining us here a little late can check out what we did.
Yeah. And who's backing? I want to know who's backing, because I know my name's on that list. Y'all see me on Twitter and know what I'm backing. So anybody else backing? And I'm getting the extra pack too, FYI. Okay.
Yeah, I can. Oh, here's a question. So, Nikki, you said questions.
Mhm.
If I have a recharge pack, is it feasible to play 2 games at the same time? So I could have like one game going with one group and another game going with another group?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Or not so much, because the shared component is like central and gets altered.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of the shared components would be an issue. So, for instance, this. Well, I guess you'd have 2 copies of the hammer. There are some of the cards that you wouldn't have 2 copies of if you only had 1 copy of the game. A good example is the healing potion that we gained earlier in this. Since that's not one of the components that's modified by the legacy elements of the game,
you could just transfer it over for a play.
Right.
Yeah. So like that card isn't in the recharge pack, but you could easily enough, like use that for both of your sessions if you have a good organizational system for that.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. It wasn't like it was. I don't know what banana pants person would do that anyway, but that's really great to know. Thank you for that. And then like obviously we barely scratched the surface. So I feel honestly like I love how smoothly it played, and I feel like the systems overall mechanically are pretty straightforward, but like my sense is that there's a lot of story and a lot of scenarios. Like even as we're scrolling through to get to entries, we're passing like a lot of maps that made no sense and things like that. So is there like, I don't know how you would measure this, but is there like a scenario count that you have in the game, or does it not really account that way?
Yeah, we have over 20 scenarios that are in this.
Lots of replay.
And many of them are a bit longer than that first one that we did. That first
Sure,
one is
of
usually
course.
kind of short. It's going to tend to take a little longer because you're learning the game.
Sure.
But once you're kind of in the game, you can play through more of it quicker. So yeah, we've unlocked 3 additional scenarios as well through stretch goals on the Kickstarter.
Nice.
Fantastic.
So we're what, over 22 or 23? I don't remember the exact count. Different scenarios in this. In order to play through the entire campaign, we're looking at more than like a 50-hour mark. So there's a lot of content in here, a lot of story, and not just the adventure stories, but also like the characters' personal stories.
Right.
We didn't get to touch on the interludes in this playthrough here, but at the end of each of the days of our adventuring, we'll each draw an interlude card, and there's all of these personal stories about the characters and the people in their lives. So, for instance, some of Javi's text so far has mentioned his partner Ignacio.
Right.
Ignacio plays a big part in a lot of Javi's personal stories.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And
See that.
I really love the little backstories and the little personality quirks that the character picks up very quickly. Like you connect to the characters really, really fast.
You do, absolutely.
Which is, I guess, a tribute to the writing team's efforts here for sure.
And did you see the chat there? Yuting Jiang, and I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Backer number 33 here. This is probably my most anticipated Kickstarter right now. So that is awesome.
That's super cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I love this, Nikki. This has been a fabulous intro to the game. I'm stoked. Like it kind of the problem with doing this is it like whets your appetite. Right? You're kind of like, oh, this was really fun. Let's get together next weekend and play.
Exactly.
Oh, wait a minute. Darn it.
Yeah. And there is a question there. Rose Gauntlet, the world you have put together looks so interesting and unique. What are some of your stories that have inspired you and the development of the game?
Ooh, that's
Oh,
a
deep
heavy question coming from Rose Gauntlet there. So I really wanted to tell stories about sort of friendship. I wanted like these 4 characters. They are friends. They're not just adventurers. So I wanted you to be able to see how they relate to each other and how they overcome problems together through the adventures.
Right.
And that's something I hope comes through when you're playing through these. You're exploring these different ruins. Whenever you encounter some challenge that you need to overcome, whether that's, fighting off some of these bandits, or maybe it's helping one another. Javi had this very traumatic vision just now, helping each other through things like that. Or maybe it's like, how do we get to the other side of this chasm? Each of the characters has their own way of dealing with things, and in many cases, multiple characters can come together to do something that one of them couldn't do on their own.
Right.
So which of the characters you end up playing will affect the options available to you as you play through the game. You won't necessarily lose out on content if you're not playing characters, I should say, though. You'll often get access to different things if characters aren't being played. For instance, during those interlude segments, any of the characters that aren't being played, so for instance, we didn't play Harinya so far, Harinya would end up showing up as an NPC within this campaign if we continued to play it. So all of the things that, well, not all of the things, many of the things that Harinya is able to do as a character are things that would still be available to us, like being able to brew some more healing potions or other helpful potions for us, is a way for sort of that NPC to kind of still be part of the story and to give us some benefit, and just, be that friend that's around, even if they're not adventuring with us.
Aw. Love that. I hope that answers.
Thanks for that question.
Yeah, Rose Gauntlet, thank you for that.
Nikki, is there anything else that you wanted to share about the game or the campaign, which I think is up for about just under 2 days?
Yeah.
If you want to go check it out. This is so up my alley. The combination of branching narrative and then combat. I love the combat system with the initiative track system. It's very efficient, and I just really like, for me personally, in the type of games I like, that just really stood out as a mechanism that you brought to the table here. But this hits all the marks for me for sure. Is there anything else that you want to share with anybody that's watching right now or who may watch in the future about Artisans of Splendent Vale, or the Kickstarter, or your favorite type of pie? I'm sure everybody would love to know.
I can't choose a favorite pie. There's too many good ones.
I understand. You're speaking to my soul.
Right.
Yeah. So As this is live, we've got less than 48 hours left in the campaign. So if this appeals to you, if you're liking what you've seen here, please go check out the Kickstarter page and take a look at what else is there and hopefully give us a back. Even if picking up the game isn't something that you're interested in, there's also plushies available.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
What now?
There are plushies available. 3 different plushies, in fact.
Adorable. And
you
we
can't
didn't
see
run
my
into
dresser, but I love plushies.
Yeah, we didn't run into any of the animals yet in the game, but now I want to meet these characters.
Yeah, there's 3 different plushies. Each of them is based on art that is actually in the game, like items that you can get in the game.
Mm-hmm.
They're very, very cute, and I hope that people will enjoy them. So even if you aren't going to pick up the game on its own, if you like plushies, those are available. Or if you know someone who likes plushies, they're great gifts. So it'd be great for the Kickstarter and hopefully great for you as well.
Awesome. And I see there in the chat, there is no correct answer for best pie other than key lime. So I think that's directed for
Key lime
you.
is pretty good.
I mean, that is very strong. Very strong answer there. Yeah, that's a good one.
So there you go. Before we do our final goodbyes and everything, who should we raid? So we'll get Suzanne. If Amanda is still in the chat, I'm really terrible at doing this raid business. So if you can throw it in there, if not, I'll get Suzanne to type it in. And if they're a channel that we should raid. So while we're thinking about that, thank you, Nikki, so much for joining. I'm very excited. I think everybody's excited to get their hands on this game.
I know, the wait's going to be awful.
So excited. So thank you for spending time with us
of course.
tonight.
Thanks for having me on and letting me teach you the game.
Yes.
Yeah, this was delightful.
Very good.
Thank you, everybody. Hopefully we will be back sooner. It was kind of a big break between the time that Mandy and I, but it's been banana pants lately. You know how it goes.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll be back with another live stream soon. We've got a couple of things planned though. So we've got a stream of Verdant coming up, which I'm super excited for.
Another Kickstarter.
Which is also on Kickstarter from Flat Out Games, and it's a beautiful puzzly card game that just we've played it already, and I got my butt kicked, so I have to it'll be my redemption stream. I gotta do better than I did last time.
For once I didn't lose.
We're gonna have another stream for Birdwatcher, the game, coming up in a couple of weeks too. So we will be, in fact, back sooner than a big break.
Us together.
Yes, yes, of course. Mandy's here streaming scary video games with Slivers, and I don't even know.
A little bit of a break. This coming Sunday, cross our fingers because it is Thanksgiving for us here in Canada, looking at Brian and myself, and we'll see if we can convince Suzanne to play some Marvel Avengers on Xbox. It is really fun. Loving the storyline. No, I think you will really like it, Suzanne, because the character focus is you can try all the different characters. It's amazing. Love. And it's focusing on Kamala Khan. So I'm really,
I love it. Okay.
So good. So hopefully we can get that rolling, and I'll be back with video game streams on Sundays, but we'll be doing some other board gamey stuff as well. So did we find out who we wanted to raid?
Well, Banzinator is streaming, but she's streaming Little Nightmares 2. It's not a board game, but we could raid Banz.
Let's give it a whirl and throw that in.
How do I do that again?
Oh, it's okay. I'll do it. How do you spell the channel name?
BANZ.
Oops, hold on a second. At BANZ
AIN ATOR.
Oh, it says no matches.
BANZ AIN ATOR.
I swear I put it in. All right, everybody, I'm really bad at this. FYI. All
I'll
right.
put it in the chat there. Thanks,
swear.
everybody. We hope you had fun. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. It was really great to have you here.
I think we're heading out now. So thanks, everybody. Thanks, Nikki. And we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thanks.